All right. How is everybody doing this happy little Saturday? A couple people in here already. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Where is the stuff? There it is. Okay. Got Ed in here. Always early. Always early. Are we now going to take... are we going to take our apologies to Paul Giamatti's Rhino after seeing whatever happened with Alessandro Nivola in Craven? This... I don't know. They're both... Okay. This may be controversial, because as much as the Rhino was a weak aspect of that movie, I still like it better, I think, overall than Paul Giamatti's. Because he was something special. What's up, Christian? How are you? Oh. Let's see. This week, I watched Punisher Season 2 and Hawkeye in preparation for Daredevil Born Again. Next will be Echo. Echo will definitely be very relevant. Well, the ending of Echo will be relevant. I can't say how much of the rest of it would be. Now that I watched Season 2, I thought it was really good, but definitely not as good as Season 1. I want to know all of your problems with it. I told you all my problems with it. The storylines didn't... There was like 2 separate seasons happening at the same time. All of the Billy stuff and all of the teenage girl stuff, they didn't have anything to do with each other, and they didn't connect very well, so it was like you were watching 2 very different shows at the same time. I wasn't wholly interested in either, really. But the main problem was that the show had no actual focus in the second season to me. How am I enjoying Heartstopper, aka Billy Maximoff x Brightbill? That is a ship I would not want to see on the internet. Thank you. Y'all saw what I did there. I did see what you did there, and it makes me cry a little bit inside. Don't forget one thing: pretty girls should always smile. Let's see. What's up, D. Cole? What's up, Janie? I work on cosplay of Richter Belmont costume, and created the whip chain by hand on Castlevania Nocturne. Hell yeah! That's awesome. Let's see. Did you see the Shrek 5 trailer? I mean, it wasn't really... I mean, it was like a little tease. But yes, I did. What is the first ever console that you had, and what was the first game that you played in your childhood? It was probably... I mean, my first console was, like, the legitimate one was the original Nintendo. And first game might have been Duck Hunt. I'm not sure. Duck Hunt or Donkey Kong? I can't remember which, to be honest. I'm gonna go with either one of them because that makes the most sense to me. What did you think of Margaret Qualley in The Substance? You didn't really talk about her. I mean, she was awesome. I mean, she was really good. I don't really think they're... I don't know. I don't know. She was good. She did the job right. She didn't feel out of place. She did really... She did good. She did the goods. It's a Maha Daisy. Hope you're well. Have you heard that Marvel is working on a special Punisher presentation with John Bernthal? Personally, very excited. Same. Super excited for that. I'm glad, because I was literally thinking, I think this might have been the same day as or the day before. And I was like, man, we haven't had a presentation in a while. You know, I was like, I wish we'd get some more of these. And then, lo and behold, here we get this announcement, which I'm really excited for. I mean, he's a fantastic Punisher, and again, like I've said before, usually the only, not even usually, the only version of the character I've actually enjoyed. So I'm excited. I'm excited that they're leaning into it. Not only bringing him back for Daredevil Born Again, but having a little special one-off with him is going to be super fun. What's up, JC? What's up, Emeris? What's up, Rez? How are you? We got Trash Panda here. Cried so fucking hard at the end of Bly. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, I think it should be par for the course for a Mike Flanagan show to make you cry. Though I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't think I cried in, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember actually crying at any point during the fall of the House of Usher. That might be the only one that didn't get me to cry. If I did, I don't remember it, but it probably didn't help that, like, all of them were pretty terrible people. You know? Let's see. What's up, Jazzy? How are you and your precious angels? Everybody's doing good. Everybody is doing fantastic. What's up, Dirty? What's up, Big D? We got Logan. Scruffy. How's it going? Going well. Just woke up. I probably got out of bed around like 1, and I just was playing League until it was stream time. Good. What's up, Nikki? Going well. Week was fine. A lot of stuff to catch up on, considering the kind of Craven reaction getting thrown into the mix of things. But I was able to get through all of it pretty well. I was up for 24 hours straight yesterday, so that was a little rough, but I made it through. Happy March 1st, right back at you guys. This is the first episode of Severance, might just be my favorite episode, or this episode. I don't know where I got first from. This episode of the Severance might just be my favorite episode of the series so far. It was a fantastic episode. It felt very distinctive. It felt very unique compared to the rest of the stuff, while also kind of giving us a lot of very important information. And I would say information that, as I've seen in social media and stuff, has shifted a lot of people's perspectives on a lot of things, because Gemma up until this point has been this like at a distance figure that we've not really been able to kind of like we've only really heard people talk about her, and we have only gotten to see Miss Casey. So getting to see who, like, the relationship between Mark and her and what happened there, what all they've been through, the warmth, and then the loss of that, and then also the revelation that she's still out there and she's still trying to get back to him as well. It shifted so much of the I don't know, man, just the drive there. Like, I'm at this point, I'm like, Mark and Helly, who? Get out. No. I hope we get a Kingdom Hearts solution where we can find a way to allow the innies to exist on their own, either via cloning or some other space where they can just somehow separate and have their own life, so that any Mark can be his own self, like Roxas, like Naminé, like Shion, and just live out their lives separate from their originator. I think that would be cool. Don't know how we would do that. Let's see. 1 out of 10. How excited are you for Daredevil? 27,000. Let's see. Can't stay for long, but I hope you're doing great. Well, thank you. Hope you are as well. Appreciate that. Let's see. Severance episode 2 was amazing. Can't wait for the next week. Also, are you not ready for Invincible? That ending. I can't wait. I'm a little... God, again... There's a lot of things that have been going like surprisingly well for certain characters that I'm just, especially now, even more terrified for. And considering the fact that they already kind of faked out their deaths once, they're not going to do it again. And they're just saying just one more day until retirement crap. People going to die, man. People going to die, and I'm not going to be okay. Another thing for that Severance episode, the editing and the camera work was next level. I have seen that there are Avengers Doomsday leaks somewhere in the wild. I've just, as per usual, been trying to just avoid it all. So far, pretty successful. What are your thoughts on Disney, Fox, Sony working on a 4K Blu-ray theatrical release of The Sound of Music? I mean, hell, go for it, I guess. Why not? I've still never seen that movie, though. So can I give my 2 cents on the whole Wonder Woman game being canceled? I won't say I'm mad at WB because they've made stupid decisions, but I think it's one of the least stupid. Okay. Like, I think this is the first one where I was like, okay, I'll give you this one, WB, because out of all the companies to make a Wonder Woman game, Monolith is not the one to give it to. Give it to not one of them. Give it to Platinum Games. I don't know about that. Also, an open world Wonder Woman game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't think the Nemesis system would have worked because it makes sense in universe for the Middle Earth games, not so much for Diana. Did they say it was open world? That's not what I remember hearing. It's just Monolith was behind the Nemesis system, so it's a double loss. I didn't think that the Nemesis conversation, I didn't think was even part of the Wonder Woman's part of it. But what do I have no idea. An open world Wonder Woman game is just Assassin's Creed Odyssey voice to text, which is stupid. Well, they said it was going to be more akin to God of War, like a big, huge set piece, grand, epic kind of thing, like where there's these, like the action was over the top, wild, and whatever, you know, larger than life and whatnot. I don't know. Again, this is not something I've heard at all there. Either way, I mean, I would have checked it out for sure, but I don't know. We'll see. Well, I mean, we won't see. It's dead on arrival now. It's not even coming out. Despite the overall film being dog water, I will forever say Aaron Taylor Johnson looks fantastic as Kraven. He definitely looked and acted. He was the highlight of the film, I think, for sure. What are your thoughts on Andor releasing 3 episodes a week because every 3 episodes has a time jump? I hate it because that's going to shorten the experience and also increase my workload every week, which is going to be awful. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like anytime we get into like little situations like this, you know, like little one-off situations like Arcane. It's fine, but I don't like it. I think part of the fun of Andor last time, even with the time skips, because it did a very similar thing, was being able to talk about it every week. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's still going to be good either way. We're only going to get 4 weeks of Andor, which kind of sucks. It's fair. Amy was the teenage girl. I did not ever even remember. I don't remember ever even committing her name to memory. I've got a good trivia question for you. In the whole season 1 of Squid Game, how many pink suits were killed? You can think of the scenarios. Pink suits. 3, 4. I'm gonna go with 4. Have I seen Andor season 2 trailer? I reacted to it. I love the fact that we're getting to see director Krennic again. Yes, indeed. I also bought the Once Upon a Deadpool and the Sting on Blu-ray combo pack. I don't know. I'm not aware of what you're even talking about. But good on you, man. Hope you're doing well. Did some overtime at work today. Only a half day, but definitely needed to keep my mind occupied. Love where I'm working right now, and the hours are what I've been searching for years. Your usual 9 to 5. Well, 8:30 to 4:30, which, I mean, hey, same thing. Hope the cats are well. Everything is going fantastic. The cats are all good. Cats are all good. Jumba's actually been hanging around a lot more the last week for whatever reason. He's been very distant as of late, just kind of coming in just for food and whatnot. But now he's just been like wanting pets. He's been sleeping on the bed again. Hell, he even groomed one of his kids for the first times in a long ass time. But yeah, yeah, everything on that front's been really good. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying your job. That's always huge. Is finding a place where you're actually kind of comfortable. It is true that you said your thoughts on season 4, but I try not to listen to them because I haven't seen it yet. I was vague. I don't think I was specific, so it's fine. It should be fine. Gotta say, I'm always early because I'm just excited to see you live stream. Let's see. What was this? What was it on? Oh, yeah. Oh, Onyx, thank you for becoming a member. Love the loose profile picture. The new episode was awesome. What's up, Spoxin? How are you? From Sweden. Nice. Hell yeah, man. Reacher season 3. Is it the best season in your opinion? I don't know if I'll say that yet. I still am very fond of season 1. I really like the dynamic between him and his cohorts in that one. But I like this one so far more than season 2, I think. As much as I love getting all that backstory about his unit, about the special investigation unit and all that, and then everybody and Neely being a prime part of the group, and then seeing all the people he used to roll with and all that was really, really cool. But I think the mystery wasn't as intriguing. But I do like what they're doing with this one so far on that front. Let's see. Now tell me your problems with Billy in season 2. Again, I will listen now. I just wasn't invested in what was going on with him, like his whole little like self-discovery arc, his redemption and decline and all of that. The overall issue is that I just wanted the show to pick a storyline and stick to it. Let's see. Most favorite and least favorite Ghostbusters movies. My favorite Ghostbusters movie is, and this might be a little controversial, is like, what was it called? Oh shit, what was it? Not this last one, but the one before it. The first reboot with Finn Wolfhard and all of them. Afterlife. Afterlife might be my favorite. Least favorite. Frozen Empire, probably. I haven't seen the one with Melissa McCarthy and all that, so I can't speak on that one. I never saw it. But so out of the ones I have seen, I mean, I guess you could default that as last, but if you were just including the ones I have seen, probably Frozen Empire. An open world motorboat game is, I read that one. I'm listening to a new Star Wars book called Reign of the Empire. It's got Major Andor vibes. Cool. I'm still working on finishing many books, but I'm still working on finishing Dooku Jedi Lost, which was really good. What's up, Big Chill? I wanted to ask, based on the end sneak peek look at the evil Invincibles, what's your favorite looking suit? I think I like the one with Mark just basically in Omni-Man's colors. I think that one was my favorite overall. Because there's some really dumbass looking ones, but I think that was my favorite one. Mine is Mustache Mark. Mustache Mark does stand out. It is good. Billy's face in Punisher season 2 should have looked more scarred. Yeah, when they have these scarred characters in live action and stuff like that, especially when it's one we're going to follow a lot, they always hold back on the prosthetics, I feel like. You know, with Tyrion, with Billy, when they're like, oh, I'm so messed up, they're always like barely messed up. We're very close to boarding in. Tuesday will be amazing. I am, especially with all of the good word of mouth so far, I'm even more excited to check it out. I can't believe Michelle Trachtenberg is gone. She made my childhood enjoyable in everything I saw her in. I still remember the first time I saw her in Harriet the Spy and as Penny in Inspector Gadget. I think the first thing I saw her in was Buffy. But yeah, Harriet the Spy, Inspector Gadget, all kinds of stuff, like in Road Trip or was it Euro Trip? One of the Trips movies. I know she was a huge thing in. Like when I was growing up, man, a huge crush on her, man. And she was great. She was fantastic. And she's only 2 years older than I am, and that's heartbreaking, dude. Like, and she passed that soon, like that, and I mean, we don't know the details. We don't know necessarily what happened. The family's not doing an autopsy. They're not really diving into it. They're just letting her have her peace. I heard there was something to do with her an organ transplant because she was having, I think, like liver issues or something. And it just, that went bad. But all things considered, either way, none of it, it's just awful. You know, and it just seems like it was just natural causes of sorts, like just happenstance. But again, we don't really know the details, so either way, it just sucks. It just, man, going back and watching stuff, because Buffy's one I would revisit. I revisit Friends all the time, and it's just the nature of like growing up and stuff like this. Like, but like going back and just seeing things with Matthew Perry, now her, and just other people that are no longer with us and stuff, it gets harder and harder to watch some of these things. What am I drinking today? What's your favorite whiskey you've ever drank? I like American Honey. I think that's what it is. Or what is it? Wild Turkey American Honey, I think is what it is. That's my favorite whiskey. And then, I mean, I'm drinking that pink Moscato again, because I still have plenty of that I need to get through. I saw the Avengers Doomsday leaked concept art. Cool. Keep that to yourself. If I see anybody posting anything about it, you will be vetoed from the chat forever. I cannot believe Michelle passed away way too young, for sure. Not Levi assembling the Invincibles, and not just Invincibles, evil ones. He's sided with the very ones. He is to take out the one good one. He's so frustrating. With Dragon Ball Daima over, I still need more Dragon Ball content. R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. I mean, we're definitely going to be getting more. Toyotaro is definitely going to be working on more stuff as well. I mean, the Super manga is still going on. We still got the other stuff. So we are never going to be short of Dragon Ball content. But I've heard nothing but great stuff about Daima, except for the fact that it continues to muddy the canon about whether or not it even is canon to the Super or anything else, because it broke the hell out of it with those last couple of episodes for sure. So who knows? I mean, by all intents and purposes, it seems like it might just be its own timeline yet again. We've got like 4 Dragon Ball timelines, but yeah. Did I see the yeah, we just talked about that. I know it's out there. I've been trying to stay away from it. Do I like Overwatch? I played it for like a month when it first came out, and that was it. I wouldn't say never went back. I got the itch for like some shooter action, and I didn't feel like Call of Duty or Halo at the time. I did re-downloaded it for like a day, played like 2 matches, and like, yeah, I remember why I quit playing this. I don't like it. I don't, and I only play Rivals just because Jay and Adam are fun to play with, but yeah, I'd rather play that though. Daredevil Born Again dropping on the day I was born. True poetry. Well, happy early birthday there. What's up, Terrence? I know you don't watch wrestling, but the Elimination Chamber is tonight. Are people going to be eliminated? Let's see. Why wouldn't you like a wonderful Wonder Woman? I think that was a typo, or maybe an autocorrect. A Wonder Woman game made by Platinum Games. Just we're clear, they made Bayonetta, actual chain, wonderful, loads of other characters and action games. I know. I just feel like there's better fits for Wonder Woman. I like Platinum Games, but I don't know if their gameplay style for me would just match up with what I would like. But I don't know. I've never played a Wonder Woman game, so who knows? I could be talking out my ass there. Can't believe Gene Hackman is gone as well. He was such a great Lex Luthor. And okay, that situation, like especially all the details that surrounding it, is just one. It's sad, but also it's just like what happened. Like, everybody seems to be very confused. Like, they were both found in different conditions and states of decay, and one of the dogs was dead. Not all of the dogs, but one of them was. What happened? It's yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's been any new updates around that, but like it's just weird, man. Heard they were making a Wonder Woman game. Day fucking freaking one purchase for me. Hey, if I heard they were making one. I mean, I would have got it regardless of who was making it. But, yeah. The answer is 5 pink suits. What did I say? I think I said 4. Or did I say 5? I don't remember. I was close. First one was the cop on the boat. Second was the front man for showing his face. Yep. Third was killed by the doctor, and then later by the front man. Well, you just named 4. Wasn't there one? Didn't Junho kill one of them before holding the other one hostage? I don't remember. Oh, here it is. And finally, the 5th pink suit by the cop for doing that dead girl. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. So yeah. You can't keep getting away with this. Powerplex said very calmly. I love that. Oh my god. I couldn't not hear Jesse screaming at Walt that entire episode. Some noober. I've decided to rewatch DD in preparation for Born Again. And from the first episode, I'm reminded that this is the best Marvel live action project ever made. Yeah. Yeah, I still wholeheartedly agree. Born Again has big shoes to fill, for sure. What's up, Ethan? Question, do you want to see Disney do a return of the Owl House for season 4 or even a theatrical animated movie from Walt Disney Animation Studios? I mean, I don't know how the story concludes in its current form, so it's hard to really say right now. But I've heard that Dana is just done, and I don't know, like, put that part of their life behind them and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want to come back to it if the creator wasn't involved. And I feel like at this point, that might be the case. So, I don't know. It is what it is, man. But I'll have a more definitive answer when I get to the end. Would I mind sharing the names of our cats? Well, we've got the one we actually formally adopted, which was Mimi, who we basically just call Mama, because she was put up for adoption at the shelter after they had found her on the street somewhere. After having given birth to a litter, they found homes for all of her kittens and stuff like that, but she had stayed there for like a year plus with no one adopting her. So it was like around Christmas or something like that, or just after Christmas, I think, and we just decided if she's still there, we're gonna get her, and we did, and she's fantastic. Like, she was very lethargic there, and I think that was probably part of it. Like, you know, when people were coming to look and stuff like that, she was just so inactive most of the time. Almost every time we went there to visit before we ended up adopting her, she was just always asleep, so that probably didn't help. But the second she got home, she was like electric. She was cuddling, she was playing, she was chirping, purring, all the stuff. And yeah, I love her to death, man. She's so cute. Prior to adopting her, Jumba's been around for a long time. Like, we had him back when we still had Pop-Tart before she passed. He's been a stray that we took care of that was basically emaciated and under the communal dock out here. Fed him, and he's just stuck around ever since. He kind of stays occasionally here. And before we were able to get him fixed, though, he knocked up one of the other local strays, and we ended up trapping her. A lot of the times, unless we actually started to get attached or whatever, we just kind of had code names, and for the longest times, it was just whatever their fur color was. So we called her Brown, but we called her Coco whenever we took her to the because like she had like a brown mixture fur kind of color palette. Ended up taking her to the vet, and I was like, her name can't just be a color. So we called her Coco. So then we kept her. We still have her, and she still absolutely hates me. She loathes me after a year still. But she gave birth to 6 kittens, who we all still have. Percy, one girl, Millie, and then Percy, Merlin, Pippin, Mary, and Indy. And then that last batch of kittens we rescued, their mother is I'm still trying to find a home for, and that's Cookie. Meanwhile, there's Biscuit, who's visited today yet again. He comes around almost every day. He's the one with the messed up foot that we got fixed. He has to stay outside because he doesn't get along with anybody else in the house. And he also sprays. But Jumbo also hates his ass. But yeah, so he stays out. He can't stay inside. Then there's Floof, who's been, I think, around since she was even a kitten outside, but finally got her trust about after a year of progress on that one. And then those are the only ones that still kind of come around at this point. Anyway. Dude, what are you talking about? You just throw I might just start ignoring your comments, man, because sometimes you just randomly say some shit that one is no context whatsoever. And it's just fucking weird. Anyway, hello from Germany. I started watching Severance and Reacher because of you. Hell yeah. That's one thing I like that people don't think of a lot of the times. With this like what we do with reactions, stuff like that, there's always the argument, well, they can just go here and watch it. I was like, yeah, but how many people do we actually steer to some of these shows? You know, I feel like that outweighs the other in my opinion. A lot of people don't really talk about that aspect of it. Have I noticed that Luce and Lois Lane from My Adventures with Superman look a bit similar? I thought that, like, even because I was aware of Owl House, and I thought that even going into My Adventures with Superman was that she looked like an adult Luce. That's hilarious. But I saw a lot of people saying that as well. I was looking forward to a 12-episode season yet again, where we are on a 12-week journey with Andor. I was same. Man, they doing Diana dirty. I know Wonder Woman fans are getting upset, which I don't blame them for. And other than Paradise Lost, which is still trying to get developed, a lot of people are up in arms about the fact that there's zero Wonder Woman anything outside of Paradise Lost, which isn't even about Diana, on James Gunn's future slate right now. And I'm going to this year's Level Up. I am indeed. All my stuff is booked. The flight, the hotel, I got my tickets, all good and ready to go. Don't care what anyone says about Andor Season 2 trailer music. I loved it. I'm so ready. My mom said it felt like a mix of between Hunger Games and Game of Thrones. Okay. That's a good, I like that matchup. My mom turned 64 today and watches all Star Wars shows with me besides animated stuff. I watch that stuff on my own. Well, you need to get her watching the animated stuff. Let's see. Hey, Omni, I saw in an interview with the actor that plays Dimitri in Cobra Kai, and he said that there are plans for 2 spin-offs. One is a prequel to Mr. Miyagi. Hell yeah, that's the one I was hoping for. And one is potentially a Hawk and Dimitri in college. Huh. Which would I like to see? I mean, I don't know how you would make Dimitri and Hawk going to college interesting with everything that has with what the show they were spinning off from is about. Like what crazy shit did they get into? I out of those two, I want the Miyagi one for sure. Reign of the Empire is a political thriller trilogy by Alexander Freed. I'm sure you'd love it. Some of the same with the canon Thrawn books. Yeah, I definitely need to get around to actually reading those firsthand. And Lily Chanson dropping in yet again with a super chat bomb for the cats. Also, I was wondering if you had reacted to Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Can't find your reactions for it. I love those movies. Would be happy if you would react to them if you haven't yet. Well, I haven't reacted to them because I've seen both of those before I even started the channel many times. Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz I've rewatched on my own time outside of all of this just a lot. They'd definitely be one of those are 2 movies Like, if I could erase them from my brain and just go through it all over again, though, I would definitely do that. But yeah, thank you so much. As always, the cats will appreciate it. I do have to go to the store tomorrow to get more food for everybody, so that definitely helps. So recently, I've been on a bit of a Fantastic Four kick, and while I was looking for Fantastic Four stuff that wasn't the movies, I found Fantastic Four animated series from 2011. I didn't know there was one. Let's see. I finally broke Omni and decided to get Disney Plus back to watch Daredevil Born Again, although I won't watch it right away because I still have Season 2 of Defenders. Season 2 Defenders and Season 3 to binge. Hey, at least you got all the necessary stuff to get through it all now. Love your shirt. Fun fact, I learned Japanese of Inuyasha and Kamen Rider. His Power Rangers look alike, but a cool different story. I've watched the adaptation, the American adaptation of Kamen Rider. What was it? Masked Rider. I watched that growing up, and Inuyasha is one of my top 5 favorite anime, so that's awesome. What's up, Christina? How are you? What's new? Nothing really, outside of just the stuff we are watching. New episodes of stuff. That's the new for me. Finished Cobra Kai episode 14, and I've been crying every episode. Same. Damn, I am not ready for the finale, which I will be watching tonight. Good luck. Can't imagine watching Superman now that Hackman is gone. I know it's before my time, but Hackman was such a good Lex Luthor. One of the iconic ones, man, for sure. What are you most excited to see in Born Again? For me, it's the violence and brutality from Fisk, because of something he can't control, and also the rage. I'm just ready to see Matt beat some ass and give us some damn good hallway fights. I just want more of Matt. I want more Charlie Cox as Daredevil. That's really the thing that I'm most excited for. Let's see. Which DC announcement are you excited for that James Gunn has announced? I mean, the most one, like, I mean, I feel like I just have to say Superman because so much of this hinges on Superman. Sorry, Logan, I missed your little part 2 here. Called Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes, and I have to say the art style is definitely not what I would have expected, but kind of love it. Also, it's one season, should have gotten more. But yeah, yeah, it's got to be Superman because it's just like if it's not good, it all falls apart, man. Finished Final Fantasy 16 the DLC last weekend. It's an amazing story. The final boss was spectacular, and the ending emotionally destroyed me. And Clive's actor is just perfect. Also, he's hilarious. Just the little skits he does on his Twitter account and stuff like that, and Instagram, like, he's hilarious. I love just watching his stuff. Ben Starr is a gem. Also want to see Matt, Karen, and Foggy in scenes together once again. It's going to warm my heart. That's another big thing, is seeing the gang back together again. In regards to the canon of Dragon Ball, to me, it's like OG Dragon Ball through Z. Everything else, non-canon, just fun experimental stuff. I mean, I guess that's one way to look about it, but like, which is the actual continuation is what I want to know then. Of what we watched at that point, or is everything just a what-if story after the fact? Just finished watching Harley Quinn. It was fun and weird, and I'm sorry, but Bane is fucking funny, and I love him. Bane is one of my favorite aspects of the Harley Quinn show. I'm right there with you on that one. You're not ready for the next 2 episodes of Invincible. I'm nervous about what's going to happen, man. I really, really am. It's crazy. Did you know that we were going to get an Equalizer 4? I've never seen a single Equalizer, so news to me, for sure. And just recently finished the Dead Space remake. Exploring the ship was very eerie. The story was really well done, and I can now see why people rave about this series for a while. I fell off after the first game, but I played the original when it came out, and I played it nonstop I think I skipped classes that week because I just kept playing it. I think I beat the game on every difficulty and got all of everything you can do in the game. I did it by the end of the week. I was sucked into that game. It was so good. I think the reason because Gene Hackman's and his wife and his dog's death was by carbon dioxide. Well, the last report I said that there was no evidence of carbon monoxide poisoning from what they've seen so far, as far as in the house or in the blood work or the toxicology report so far. I think Jean died naturally, and she then, to control Alt-Delete, as pills were found near her body and her favorite dog. Sounds like incompatible with life actions and family of CO2. Well, CO2, I'm pretty sure got ruled out recently. And then there was something about her being found partially mummified. What? What's up, Ginger? Going well. Everything's going good. The Green Lantern image looks cool. Did you see Hal with his ring? Actually, you know, oddly enough, I didn't look at their rings. Or I didn't even look at their hands in those photos. I need to go back. I didn't. I saw the image that put out and everybody freaking out about, oh my God, this is going to be trash because they're not, our first look's not them in their suits. People are just wild. Like, it's wild to me, man, how people react to like these first look things. Harder question would be how many pink suits killed in season 2? Yeah, I have no idea, actually. That's going on back to what you mentioned before and like what I said. I mean, unless something came out today that refutes that, I heard that was ruled out. I just got to the Kingpin flashback story of him as a kid, and it felt like the Penguin flashback story a little bit in that show. A little bit. That's so Craven. I loved that. That was such a good gag. Whether in your own time or on the channel, a game called Bornless is on playtest, and when it comes out, seems like you might like to play it. Dude, I am still a year out, and I haven't finished Final Fantasy Rebirth. So, starting a new game is going to be a little rough. However, the fire department cleared CO2 before the PD arrived for the welfare check. I was 95 years old, didn't look, in my opinion, the best of health. I watch too much true crime. True. You do. Isn't that Gene Hackman and his wife and dog? I mean, it's a good chance that like some of these might have been deleted and retyped because I feel like I just read that. Also been watching the Red Ranger Isekai, and my favorite are all the reviews right now. It's fun, comedy's really good, and the main character is just a shonen anime protagonist in the best way. Nice. Oh, you're using voice to text. Okay, that makes sense. Also finished my Adventures with Superman. I really love the adaptation of Brainiac and Kara, and I saw your reactions to 1, and I definitely see Android 13 to Kara, Android 18 to Kara, because it's the same hairstyle, and they literally use one of her Cell Games outfit. Kara is wearing Android 18's Cell Games outfit. Everything, top, bottom, shoes, jacket, all of it. Which one do I have? I don't have that one. I have her first appearance on my statue, but that's yeah, that's one of her other iconic fits that 13 that Kara is using. Enjoyed you joining Jay and Adam on Fix It. It was a lot of fun. It was chaos incarnate as Jay was trying to figure out the format. He was so confident going into it too. Felt bad, but it was fun. Had a lot of fun. Perfect pacing, phenomenal cinematography, impeccable writing, even more impeccable performances. I forgot how brutal the car door scene is, and on rewatch you can see they had the idea for... Where's the rest of your comment? It's one of two. I guess YouTube ate it, because your next comment is about my adventures with Superman. So if you want to try throwing that out there again. Oh wait, no, I found it. I think it came in out of order. What the hell? Okay, that's weird. Anyway, found it. had the idea Fisk from the beginning. It was like 5 years since I watched the show, and I've grown considerably since then, so this is a very informative rewatch. Well, hell yeah, man. Just watch your reaction to the trailer. I noticed you chuckled at the same moment Krennic chuckled. The timing couldn't be better. Ooh, evil. Why is it we can get awesome Marvel games, but DC only has successful Batman games? Fuck if I know. Oh wait, I think I know. Because WB doesn't know how to manage any of their fucking properties. Young and the Restless, Stray Edition. Kinda. Apparently there was going to be a Power Rangers animated movie done by the same studio behind Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir. There was even test footage of it, and it did not look good. I would love it if they just did like a 2D animated adaptation of the Boom comic book line. Because that series, that story is really good. Also started watching Hannibal Lecter. I was wondering if you've reacted to it. Do you mean just Hannibal? Like the show? I've seen the show. Again, another one of the things I watched before I ever started the channel. And I love that show. So, if you're talking about the show, absolutely highly recommend the show. I wonder why Daredevil and Andor's schedules are weird. Even My Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man schedule was weird. Is it because of Disney? I don't know, man. I think maybe they're just trying to cram as much things out as possible with as little overlap as possible. Because I think there's a lot of shows they've had in their backlog that they're also trying to release all this year. So Daredevil ends before Andor starts, and Andor ends before maybe whatever the next thing is. I don't know. Can I just say now that Invincible is one of my favorite shows ever, especially with the latest episode and the one coming up. Another show I've hyped myself for along with Hell of a Boss. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I don't know that I would put it as one of my favorite shows ever, but I definitely enjoy the hell out of it. It's definitely good TV, but would it break my top 5, top 10, top 20? I don't know. I don't think so. I do love it though. My cat's name is Percy. Hell yeah. The Rangers had these long and lanky bodies with giant heads with even bigger eyes. It just looked unnatural. If it was getting an animated Power Rangers series, I'd have it animated in the style of like G.I. Joe. I mean, that could work. The 80s G.I. Joe. I'd want it to look a little more modern than that personally. But as far as like art style wise, I would like it to be as close to the comic as possible if we're talking about the Boom stuff, like I was saying. I'm almost finished with season 3 of Daredevil and enjoying it. Should finish that tomorrow. I'm also loving Pokemon Journey series. Hell yeah. Severance is easily entering into my favorite shows ever. Same. Especially after this last episode, I'm like, this could be the new Breaking Bad, man. Can I have one of the kittens? Not sure I'll ever see mine again. You'd have you'd have to send them to the UK though. Yeah, I don't know about that. How about if we get an animated Power Ranger series, how would you want it to look? Well, like I said, just basically just the Boom animated, or not Boom, just the way they look in Boom. Just bring that off the page. Well, it wasn't a very clear joke. I have 12 assignments due in March, so your streams help me from going insane. Well, I was gonna say keep you from. It also helps you procrastinate, but I get it. When you got so much like stuff, you need the little breaks. Like as much as I could joke about procrastination, which I'm massively guilty of when I was in school and stuff, but that's a lot. That's definitely a lot. Speaking of My Adventures with Superman, did you see the announcement of My Adventures with Green Lantern? I did. We're starting our first My Adventures universe now. And it makes sense to do the Green Lanterns next. And I figured they would. If it was going to be anything, it'd be something extraterrestrial. You know, if they said they weren't going anywhere near Batman for a while, so makes sense that it would be something like that. And we've got our first look at a Green Lantern in this last season of My Adventures of Superman. So I was kind of I'm happy to hear them talking about that. So hyped for Jessica Cruz to get more exposure as she's confirmed to be the Green Lantern of the show. And I did indeed see that as well. I'm excited for that. Is it still snowing where you are? No, the snow has ceased. It's been snow-free for the past couple of days, which has been nice. A little rain here and there, but it's kind of been warming up, which is nice. Tony Gilroy wanted the second season to air like this. Really? Okay. I feel like there's probably more to it, but who knows? Speaking of weirdness within the celebrity world, did you see the story recently that 3 celebrities, can't remember who off the top of my head, have had coffins sent to / show up at their house, with police having no idea where they're coming from and have actually begun investigating in case there is malicious intent. That is terrifying. What the fuck? I did not hear about that. That's the first I'm hearing about that. I think they're releasing 3 episodes a week because of the complaints from season 1 of each arc being a slow burn until the final episode of each arc. I guess, but that's appealing to the lowest common denominator, I guess. Like, good God. The kids today, they can't handle real stories. Ha! Get off my lawn. I'm a cat lover and a whisperer. Every time I see a cat, scare a cat or not, the cat want to cuddle on my leg and want to give their attention to cuddle no matter what. Now, whatever I did with Coco, man, it's been a full year she's lived in this house and will not let me anywhere near her. The only time I've gotten to touch her is if I have to physically catch her with our net when I need to give her medicine, because it's the only way I can. Or I catch her napping in like the window and she can't get away from me, and I'm like, which probably doesn't help, but yeah. Like, none of it helps, because like I have to give her meds, because her like she could, like, if she's got worms, if she's got anything else, like that'll just cycle it through everybody else in the house, especially while the cats were still like feeding and whatnot. So like it was just, there's nothing I could do about it. It just fucking sucks. I want her to love me. She's so fucking fat though. She's so big now. She used to be so tiny. She's like a balloon. Anyway, let's see. One of our 3 new series announced by James Gunn, which one are you excited for? My Adventures of Green Lantern with Jessica Cruz as an origin story for superpowers about a high school Flash, Plastic Man, and more. I can't remember who the principal. Yeah, that sounds stupid. That seems like that is just for like young children. That story, the principal Martian Manhunter thing. Fuck that. I do not care about that. The Starfire thing depends on what that's going to be about. So right now it's just my Adventures with Green Lantern is the one I'm definitely the most excited for, because I'm already invested in that universe. I actually didn't see your post announcing that you would be reacting to Kraven, so I was caught off guard when the reaction dropped. I tried to make everybody as aware as possible this week, just because the live stream was going on, but I know some people still missed out. What's up, Sketch? Hello there. It's Morbin time. It is indeed. It's Amori. How are you? Maybe Dimitri and Hawk run into the cast of The Big Bang Theory because they are attending Caltech, which is a big location in Big Bang Theory. That would be a weird fucking crossover. Don't want to watch Daredevil again. I remember back in 2015 when I first saw it on Netflix and I was fully invested. My first time seeing a man with a blindfold breaking everyone's bones. Oh, I can't wait to watch. I don't know why I read that and you're like, you weren't wanting to watch. Anyway, you seen any Art the Clown cosplays in any conventions you've been to? Oh yeah, dude. Tons. Kamen Rider, aka Kamen Rider Black RX, and Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, aka Kamen Rider Ryuki in American. This part 2 of my Fantasy 4 message. I went back and rectified that. I'm going to Universal Studios in Florida. If you've been there, or Florida in general, can you give any tips or insight? I've never been that far south, so I don't know. I've never been to Universal. I've never been to Disneyland. I've never been to Florida yet. One day, man. One day. Who is my favorite Arcane character? Um, by the end of it all, I don't know, man. Probably Victor. Probably Victor, actually. Right there with you, I think. With Andor's schedule, how are you doing it? One episode at a time or all three in one reaction? I don't know. It depends on how long the episodes are. If they're all like still like 30, 40, 50 minutes long, which I expect them to be, that's going to be a long video for having them all in one go, in one video like that. So I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Do you think Matt will mention She-Hulk at all? It depends on when this takes place, because based on some interviews, this might be before She-Hulk. So I don't know. Have I played GTA games? You've asked this before. I've played Vice City, a little bit of 4, and 5, I've played the beginning like twice. 3, 4 times? I've never finished it. The only one I've ever finished is Vice City. Most excited for Superman, Supergirl in the DCU? Hell yeah. What's up, J Baylock? How are you, J Baylock? I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome, welcome. Are you excited for the next Avengers movie coming out next year? Any hopes or predictions? I'm not excited for literally anything that's not Daredevil that's Marvel at the moment. So they're going to have to ramp that hype up right now for me. I don't know how they'll incorporate games into the DCU. In my opinion, that stuff should stay separate because games take at least 3 to 4 years to develop. I kind of agree with that. What's your excitement level for Last of Us Season 2? Scale 1 to 10, I'm going to say like 8, 9. You know, it's not my favorite of the 2 games. I'm not looking forward to the social conversation around the storyline, but I'll be there all the same. Am I the only one excited about the new stuff they're going to do in Born Again, like Muse and more Bullseye? I can't wait for the parallels of Matt and Fisk dealing with the darker parts of them. I mean, I can't imagine you're the only one. I'm excited for all of these things as well. What's up? How are you doing? Happy Saturday. All hope is well. Why do I do that, man? Dyslexia is a bitch. Hope all is well. Right back at you. Pick one, Hannah or Owen. Who? Hannah who or Owen who? What the fuck? Did I see our little X-Files reunion at the SAG Awards? I did, and it was super exciting. And a lot of people, if you're unawares, didn't understand the bit that they did. They were basically doing a revamped homage to one of their little gags. It was just a little scene, a little bit that they pulled off many years ago, and they basically just redid it. But a lot of people missed out on the joke and just thought it was awkward. But that was the point. The point was for it to be awkward. Anyway, it's a whole thing. I hope the Lantern show is great. I think they're freaking out because they are saying the show is grounded and it's Green Lantern. But as a DC fan, I'm hyped. I think people were getting a little too fixated on the grounded part. I'm guilty of that before, but yeah, I don't know. Oh no, it's not story-based, it's a horror extraction shooter. Then I don't really care. I don't care whatsoever for extraction shooters. Who's my favorite all-time character in the GTA universe? You asked me this as well. And again, I had to Google his name because I fucking forgot it. The Vice City guy. It's Tommy, right? Yeah, Tommy Vercetti. Do you think with all the undeserved hate DC is getting without even none of their stuff being out yet, do you think that it's not going to do well because people are hating on the stuff that's not even out? I don't know, man. we just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. But I think it's going to have a little bit of a struggle getting off the ground, which is why Superman is going to be make or break, I think. Also, James Gunn said the Lantern show won't be as connected to the DCU now, and people are saying he's a liar because he originally said that this show will be important to the overall DC story. He never said that, to my knowledge. Like, maybe, like, not to the overall DCU story. You know, it's not going to be a cog in it. I'm sure it'll be integral in how the characters fit into the world and stuff like that, but, like, not everything in the slate is a puzzle piece for the overarching story. And he's said that, so I don't know, man. Whatever. People are just finding shit to talk about and bitch about. Again, I'll wait until it's out and we'll judge it then. What's up, Rice Cake? How are you? I'm doing good. Not everything in the DCU needs to be connected, in my opinion. I agree. And not in, like, you don't have to force connections where they don't need to be. Some characters are just not going to interact. It wouldn't make sense for them to interact, and not every single piece of media needs to be part of the big picture. You're just building a world. Some will matter, some will not. All it does is introduce you to all these different players, and then how they come back in the future, maybe, if at all, that's where it comes in, you know? I really hope we get the classic costume Bullseye at some point in the future. I'm wondering if we will. I doubt it, but we'll see. We get something close. I'm praying to God the end of the season is a reveal that Foggy is alive and in a coma as a fake death or goes on witness protection, which happens in the comics. Yeah, I know a lot of people, based on early talks, are fearing for Foggy's life. I'm going to be so broken if something bad happens to the three, any one of the three. It's messed up how people who are making the Wonder Woman game found out about its cancellation moments before we did. Yeah, all of that. Everything around us is absolutely fucked up. And not just because the game got canceled too. The studio got closed. 3 studios got closed that same day too. Have ever watched or heard of Steven Universe? You should give it a try sometime if you can. I know of it. I have not watched it, and it's on my list of shows that I'm going to watch as far as, like, after Owl House. So, like, right now, like I mentioned this before, it's looking like it's going to be Owl House, Gravity Falls, Amphibia, and then probably Steven Universe sometime after that. That Invincible episode was wild. I kind of feel bad for Powerplex. Since Omni-Man is not around, he feels like he has to blame Mark. This just goes to show grief and pain can blind anybody. And somebody pointed this out because even when he's doing research, or when, like, anytime there's a moment, like when he's looking through that footage of Omni-Man and Invincible fighting and duking out in Chicago, he puts his head down when the footage shows Mark struggling, and then he doesn't continue the rest of the footage. Like, anytime there's anything that could potentially counter his worldview, he either unknowingly or actively chooses not to see it, which is insane, which is just indicative of the entire storyline there. Like, nothing he's blaming Mark for is Mark's fault, you know? And then he can't even see how he's become the bad guy in the end. Like, he, throughout that entire episode, killed way more. Well, he's the only person that killed anybody. All out of that. It's fucking wild. How many of your waking hours are spent not working? 2 or 3, maybe. We're gonna get literally back-to-back Daredevil and/or Doctor Who and Last of Us. That's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot going on in April, man. Doctor Who comes back. Last of Us starts off. Andor kicks off at the end of April. We'll be in the middle of Daredevil. I'll be covering Devil May Cry as well. That comes out on the 3rd, on my birthday. Busy month. I enjoy your company because I have no friends. That's what we're here for, man. That's what we're here for. What's up, Darkly? How are you? Went to see MJ the musical yesterday. Highly recommend it. It was great. I would love to see any musical live, but I've never had the opportunity, man. What the fuck? Very much so. Can't wait for The Last of Us Season 2. I've heard some fans are upset about Abby not being buff. Yeah. And I kind of get it. Like, it's a whole part of her. I mean, even in the game, it's part of her character arc and journey is that. I mean, it's kind of part of whatever's going on there, but if they can, I mean, it's not a huge thing, but like, it's whatever. Like, as long as the main beats of the character and the story shine out, I don't think it's going to matter in the long run, though it will make some things Abby is meant to do a little hard to swallow, so they might have to work around some things. But like, her being jacked is kind of a plot point. So I don't know. We'll see. Marvel's 2026 lineup is stacked. X-Men 97 Season 2, Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, Punisher Special Presentation, Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, Vision Quest. That is a stacked lineup, actually, yeah. When am I doing Has-Been Hotel again? What do you mean? What do you mean do Has-Been Hotel again? You mean Season 2? I've already reacted to the show. So like, I'm a little confused by this statement. Fat cats are so cute. I agree. Have I seen the trailer for Night of the Living Cat? I felt like I was having a fever dream. No, I have not. But that sounds interesting. When are you doing Has-Been Hotel again, by the way? Because I need to know. Again, I still don't know what you mean. Let's see. Just checked out. It was DJ Khaled and Takeshi 6ix9ine. Rip over to Rip Drake. Painted on the side of Takeshi's. What? I'm sorry. Maybe I missed something, or I already forgot. What is this in relation to? Where did this come from? I'm so confused. Just watched The Marvels. That was a fun movie. I don't get why people shit on it so much. It was entertaining. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Season 2. I mean, I can't do it if it's not out. So whenever it comes out, the day it comes out, you will see a video from me. I can't watch something that doesn't exist yet. I got hired for a seasonal job for Yellowstone National Park in June, so I am excited. That's awesome. I want to go back to this. We don't even have a release date right now, so not even, yeah. When it comes out, yeah, I will be there. So, but I can't tell you when. They haven't told us when it comes out. Of the 3 Defenders, who are you excited to see come back since Marvel has plans for them? For me, it's Jessica Jones. Out of all of them, the one I want back the most is Jessica Jones, for sure. Just looked up. Coffins were sent to DJ Khaled and Drake. Oh, those were the people that received the coffins. Interesting. Okay. Love when Michael turns into a clickety-click-click mouse or rat. What's up? My squeak or click? A little bit of both. They kind of do both. What's up, Reverse? How are you? Vice City is my favorite. I think it's just the vibe. I love the neon lights. I love the 80s music. I love the style of it. Yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with that one as like a period piece kind of thing. All the other ones, I just was meh. Like, I like GTA 5, but like, my ADHD over the years just has gotten so bad. I just was never able to finish it at all. Gotta bounce. Enjoy the premiere of Daredevil Reborn. I know the amount of wood this week will cause splinters. Corny, I know. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of wood for Daredevil, man. A lot of wood. What's up, Axel? That Martian Manhunter concept of being the principal all sounds like the X-Men evolution. Might check it out, but it's going to be weird seeing them in high school. Yeah, I'm good. Good. Bly Manor. Yeah, I need context. You just can't throw out random names without any kind of relation. Hannah or Owen? I mean, what or Owen what? Like, what even was the question? It's just one or the other, but like in what context? I need more information. Favorite? Oh, probably Hannah. I love Owen though in that, and he breaks my heart. But Hannah's storyline and the acting from her alone was fucking next level. Just see so many people being excited just by getting more of what we got instead of what we're gaining. I'm excited to see him doing more flippy stuff because he's going to be way more agile. What are your thoughts of season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so far, since you've been doing reactions to it? It's a lot of fun. It's super great. The storyline is so much more than just Ghost Rider this season, because all that's been great, but even when he's been gone, it's still been amazing. So I'm loving it, man. It's really good. What do you think God would be like if he does appear in Hazbin Hotel? No idea, man. I mean, there's a poster in Hell of a Boss that people think might be God. It's basically this little Muppet looking thing, but I don't know if that's what that's actually meant to be. So who knows? I hope that's not it, though. I hope that's not it. What are your thoughts on Shrek 5 trailer? I mean, it was just a little promo. It's not even really even a teaser either. Because it's meta, just like a lot of things Shrek does is. But it's fine. I don't know why anybody is freaking out about the characters, the character designs. I don't get that at all. Kids these days can't handle cliffhangers. They would not have been able to handle 23 episode seasons. Nope. Not anymore, man. What you're gonna be excited for the most? Fantastic Four, Superman. DC first, man. DC first. The last Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode was good. Next episode, Omni is going to knock your socks off. Can't wait for your reaction. I'm watching it tomorrow, so we'll see. The toxic Star Wars fans were mostly the ones complaining about the slow burn for Andor episodes. I mean, it's a valid criticism, I guess, for some. You know, some people just have, like, they need instant gratification. And that's just not that's just not what the show is for. So, like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's exclusively them, but a lot of them, yes, definitely were part of it. Just got off work, but I'm glad I made it in time for the stream. Welcome, Jake. Are you just getting home from State Farm? Heading out. Thank you for the chat, Omni. Take care and hope you have a good rest of your weekend and upcoming week. Thank you, Nikki. You do the same. Yeah, I laughed about some people freaking out about Shrek. It's like 5 seconds. It's not even a full trailer. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just so weird. Let's look at the MCU back in Phase 1. They weren't as connected back then as they are now. Very true. There was always just like one little thing, and it was usually only the post-credits scene that really tied this thing. Oh, well, and Coulson showing up in every movie. So there's definitely some connectivity, but not like you didn't have people showing up every single episode from somewhere, you know, whatever. So I noticed a weird continuity error in season 2 of Squid Game episode 1. How could Gyun have a dream of the front man? Looks like throughout the entirety of season 1, he never actually saw the front man. The only time they spoke to each other, he was blindfolded. I've heard that pointed out. It may have been you, it may have been somebody else, but I've heard somebody mention that before. I thought about that in the episode, but I was just like, whatever. Whatever. I'm just gonna roll with it. Also heard they were trying to force a live service element into Wonder Woman game. It's WB. I wouldn't be shocked. Really enjoying your Heartstopper reactions. I'm glad they're doing pretty well, all things considered, especially considering we're starting from the beginning and it's kind of a, you know, it's been out for such a long time and stuff. So I'm glad it's doing well, and I'm enjoying the shit out of it, man. It's so good. I might not be in the next stream Omni just in case I'm not caught up on Daredevil yet. No worries, no worries. I will completely understand. Would rather hate watch Morbius, Madam Web, or Craven. I mean, I don't hate Craven. I actually enjoyed Craven. So if hate watching is a requirement, I'd rather watch Morbius than Madam Web. Because at least Morbius has the memes. And there's Matt Smith. Thunderbolt is in May. Yes, indeed he do. Saw him looking away from the footage. What was this in reference to? I don't remember what this was in reference to. I'm sorry, Emrys. Squid Game Season 2 04 editing is a pain. Keep getting blocked, and on the scene with 001 fights Thanos. Yeah. I mean, getting a consistent rhythm down and getting around, or once you get used to it, it gets a little bit easier, but it's definitely rough. Oh, yeah. This was what we were talking about. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I saw you. Invincible. This is when we were talking about every time Powerplex would look away from the situation at hand. While a lot of it was just coincidence and unfortunate for him, it just helps him form his resolve. Incorrectly so. Did you think Kraven the Hunter was a little better than Madam Web? Not even a little better. It was leagues better. I liked Kraven more than I liked Let There Be Carnage. I liked it more than Morbius. It's definitely better than Madam Web. Madam Web is easily the worst of the entire bunch. I still haven't seen Venom 3, though. I still haven't seen that one. Star Origin So sounds like it could be good. I wonder what her origin story is because I never looked it up. I know her sister, but that's really it, so I'm curious. I'm just curious based on the font style, like what kind of tone is it going to have? And is it going to be canon to the universe? That's all things I need to know. Wednesday Season 2 has no date yet, right? Just 2025. As far as I know, we still don't have a actual date for it yet. What if they still pretend Abby is buff in Season 2, even though the actress isn't? She's just as tiny as she is, but she's still like super strong and shit. I mean, why? They probably will. Will ever react to the show called The Amazing Digital Circus? I will eventually, but I can't say when. I hate group assignments in school because more times than not, you're doing most of the work. Yeah. You, me, what's up? The one with the RIPs are referring to the celebrity coffins. Since Born Again will premiere with 2 episodes on Tuesday, we'll react to both of them in the same video or in 2 separate videos. Would you prefer the latter, to be honest? I'm probably going to do 2. For these longer, which I guess will inform on the Andor thing as well. I think that's just easier, I think, to do it that way. Also, just not watching them all in one sitting and doing them and editing them all in one sitting. I can also trickle out the stuff faster. I don't know. I think I'm going to do them all separately. But we'll see. I just think that's easier. For some things, like I'll do it like if it's shorter, like with Agatha, where the episodes were kind of a little bit shorter, but it just depends. With the run times for Daredevil, I think, especially the first 2 episodes that have been out, that again, even just 2 episodes, it would be just a long ass video. Happy March. Like the stream? Yes, like the stream, and happy March to everybody. Rexman97, I heard we are not getting a season 2 until 2026. That's true. Which is kind of odd to me because they announced months ago that season 2 was already done and that they were working on season 3. I don't remember hearing about that. Like the animation and everything was done? I didn't know that. What's up, Quill? How are you? Just stopping through for a sec, but I wanted to let you know how excellent your Heartstopper reactions have been. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, man, again, it's just so wholesome. It's so fun. And I don't know. There's something about just love that just brights you up, especially when there's not so much fuckery in there, you know? Like every time there's like a misunderstanding, like some kind of mix up, I love that they just resolve it almost immediately. He's not Reverse Flash. I have some friends who aren't excited for Thunderbolts at all. Out of all the Marvel stuff, movie-wise, that's around the corner, I think that's the one I'm probably the most excited for. And I still wouldn't dare say I'm excited, but I think it'll be fun. I think it looks entertaining at least. Night of the Living Cat, anime cat apocalypse. Good God. I couldn't get into 5, but lucky for me, at the same time, Sleeping Dogs was that year, and I love that game. Also, never play that. I don't know. I don't think those were I don't know. I just struggled with some of those. Like, I think what made Vice City a lot of fun at that time, and I think you could still do this in 5, but I spent so much time just using cheats and stuff, and you can just do all kinds of crazy wild stuff, and I think you could still do that in 5 in offline mode or whatever, but I honestly I don't remember. But that was always just insanely fun. My Adventures with Flash should be next. Eventually, I'd love that. Hope we get to that point eventually. So apparently, and I don't know how long ago this was reported, but the sharks are apparently ingesting cocaine in the ocean. More than 12 had tested positive. Why were they being tested for it in the first place? Okay, that's a good question, actually. But what the hell? Well, I guess Sci-Fi Channel's got their next movie planned out. Freaking love Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. She was amazing. Agreed. What's up, Lindsay? How are you? Hope you're having a nice weekend and enjoy your stream last night with Adam and Jay. Strawberries definitely should have been at the top of that list. I was a guest. I wasn't going to force myself, but I stand by it. I think there might be something a little bit wrong up there if it's not. But in the value of conversation, if we're talking about all the other attributes involved, I could understand loosening my reins a little bit. But yeah, it was a weird debate, man. I thought it was hilarious though. So why don't you see Jesus ever appearing in the Has-Been Hotel series? I think if anything, they're going to stay very Old Testament with stuff. So like with Cain and Abel, which we know are coming. Well, Abel we know is coming in season 2. We got Adam, Eve, Lilith, who is, which a lot of people don't know is like in the original text, like from the Hebrew version, as everything just kind of got written out for the King James Bible and stuff like that. Like a lot of people thought they made that shit up, which I thought was kind of funny, but no, she was originally just there. Quote. But I don't know. Hell, could we have Abraham? Could we have Moses? I don't know, but I just don't know that we will get to that point. But who knows? Who knows? Ah, Lilith, the first feminist. Very, very fucking true. Hope we get more Star Wars shows announced as Celebration in April. I forgot Celebration was in April. I really wish I could go, but I've been procrastinating, man. One, on top of how expensive the trip would be. I still need to renew my passport. I've been passportless for years now. Also, DreamWorks animation is so different now since the last Shrek. So true. I mean, just technology in general is just different. It just looks updated. That's all it looks to me. I don't think anything else was changed. Most live service games I know haven't worked out. Avengers, Suicide Squad, or if they do luck out, they eventually fizzle. Like the only thing that still really is holding strong consistently has been Fortnite. Everything else is just like a fad of the week. It'll work for a little while and then it dies. I mean, hell, WB's last one failed spectacularly with multiverses, and then again with Suicide Squad. It's easy money. They think it is, at least. They don't think that the game itself needs to be good. They think, oh, we just need to put something out there. And hey, multiverses was actually good. I played a lot of it. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, they just think they can just pump something out, put it out there, and you'll pay for all the microtransactions, and then they'll leech off of that. And I understand the idea that gaming development is getting increasingly, exponentially so, more expensive, which is why Sony was talking about, that's why we make a lot of remasters as of late, where there's been, oh, you want to buy the game again that you got on PS4, on PS5 with PS5 graphics? Cool. Like, it's easy to make that, and then they could also sell it to fund the new original games coming out, because they're getting just crazy expensive. And I get that. That makes more sense to me than these live service little things, like remastering things, re-releasing things on a new console or platform or something like that, porting it out, because that takes less time, less development, and you can get some cash that way. I think that's a little more respectable than just trying to force microtransactions into everything. Yeah. Anyway, just look at the animation from Toy Story to Toy Story 4, right? Dude, there's some shit in Toy Story 4. I was like, I don't know if this is in a computer, if that was actually a fucking photo. What's up, Rebecca? Howdy, howdy. Evening, y'all. By the way, Omni, did you hear there won't be no season 2 for Moon Knight? I did, and that makes me sad. I was really hoping we'd get a continuation of that, specifically of that, but they said while there's no season 2, he will definitely show back up again. So that's at least some what's the fucking word I'm like looking for here? Something to ease our mind, at least. That's not the word, but that's basically the gist of what I was trying to get to. Yeah, no season 2 of Moon Knight makes me sad. Yeah, especially after that end, man. I need to see Madam Web just to see how bad it is. Good luck. Solace, comfort, thank you. Brain, reassurance. There you go. Thank you, my my living thesauruses. Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, she is petite but super strong. The thing about that, though, Buffy is a slayer and by nature is a supernatural entity. So she is like, she's magically enhanced as a human. So there's a different thing there involved. Like Last of Us doesn't have like these mutagenic magical properties to throw into the mix. Buffy isn't super strong just cause, like, that's part of being the Slayer is super strength, resilience, and all that other stuff. So, but visually, yes. I get, yeah. Also, there's a company offering a pirate cruise complete with a real galleon ship, unlimited beer and rum, and room for 12 mates to sail the seas with. Who's in? That sounds insane, and I hate boats and the thought of a cruise at all, but that kind of sounds fun. It's like, what, real? I mean, if you were part of the crew, that would be a different thing. Like if it was like a live action Sea of Thieves, live action, real life Sea of Thieves, but then that gets dangerous. But then again, like, how is it a pirate cruise? Like, it's not like pirates just ferry people around. I don't know. Whatever. Male Traction Bird was also in 17 again. Have I seen that movie? Oh, I forgot she was in that. She was the daughter in that. Yeah. I love that movie so much, dude. I have it. I have it on Blu-ray. Matthew Perry, Zac Efron are phenomenal in that. Also Thomas Lennon. Like, so many great people in that movie. Oh, I love that. I love that movie a lot. Again, rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Genius. If you had to recommend any of the Sony not Spider-Man movies, which would you choose? No Spider-Verse. Well, there's Spider-Man in that, so don't worry. Already discounted based on your description. Probably Venom, just the first Venom. I mean, I would recommend Kraven for what it is. What was the first pet I ever had? When I was a kid, we had a Siberian Husky named Bullet that my dad had. Apparently there was two. They had two Huskies. One was female, one was male. I think the female one died before I had any recollection or memory making ability. I don't remember her at all. I do remember him, but like I was so deathly allergic to pollen, to cats, to dogs at that point. I could die if I interacted with him. So I only ever got to watch. I think I tried to pet him once because my dad wasn't paying attention and he got livid and just pulled me away. But I don't have a lot of memories of him outside of that because he ended up getting killed by a pack of wild dogs that were rummaging around in the area. So, fun story. But then we took in a cat a couple years later. Well, no, after that, I had a couple of turtles that we would catch because we lived on the creek and it was really easy to find turtles. Had a rabbit for a little while, and then there was a cat we kind of took in for a hot minute. But the first one I have any memory of is that dog. What do you think about Amni's new hair, and what is better, green or purple? And if you think about it, purple is for her powers. And I did think about that, and I like the purple. I like the purple a lot. As far as, like, if I had to pick between the two, the green, like, even if it looks good, it's just her mother. And no, get rid of that. But I like the purple. The new hairstyle, not a huge fan of it yet, because she definitely cut it. It's in a new kind of thing. I just have to get used to it. But I like the collar. I'm not a huge fan of the new haircut, but we will see. But all that matters is that Luce gives a shit, and that's what matters. And they fucking smoochy, and the kid, oh, it was so cute. Thought the plan was to have 2 movies and 3 shows per year in 2026 and beyond. Next year, we're getting 4 or 5 shows, unless they weren't including animation in their plans. I don't think they're including animation. I think they're talking specifically MCU stuff when they're talking about that. But they also, remember, they have a backlog of shows that have been in, I mean, hell, like one of which, Ironheart. That's been shot and ready to go for over a year now, and we are only now getting it. There's a lot of shows that were kind of put into production and shot and worked on and stuff with the old lineup, the old regime and all of that, that they still have to at least just kind of push out at some point. So there is that. I think we will eventually get to that, but they got to dump their load first, their backlog. Do you think the Sony Spider-Man universe could have been good? Sure, it could have been good if they gave a shit about any of it. Hope we get more than 5 minutes of Sentry. I'm sure we will. He seems to be like the big bad, so we'll see. When I get GTA 6, I'll be trying to platinum everything. Dude, that's an insane endeavor, man. Cocaine Shark on Ice. Sequel to Cocaine Bear, Cocaine Shark. Damn it, Sheldor, beat me. Have ever watched Cocaine Bear? I have not. I actually have not seen it for myself. I watched a video essay on it, but I've never actually seen it. Wait, GTA 6 still isn't out? I think this is sarcasm. I hope. I would imagine so. Who's my favorite character from Owl House? Ida. And how am I liking it so far? I'm really, really enjoying it. Really, really enjoying it. It's so much fun. The characters are so much fun. But yeah, my favorite character is easily Ida. She's also fine as fuck. But yeah. If we're talking like the kids themselves, probably Amity. But if we're talking overall everybody, it's definitely Ida. Also, love your little chibi Alistair profile picture. The Nephilim. Wow, I was gonna say, isn't See, okay. I was gonna say, technically, isn't Charlie a Nephilim because her mother was human and her father was an angel? But when she was born, Lilith had become a demon. So some people are like, said she's like, a lot of people, what's the word for a half angel, half demon? I forgot what it was. Because it's not a Nephilim. There's a whole other word for it. But anyway, people were saying she's that. And I think that's been confirmed, but I don't know. I will always like, that seems like a logical like equation to that people like fight over. What is it? A cambion, that's it. I guess some people, according to Google AI, apparently Nephilim is used for that too, though Nephilim is 100% angel and human. Cambion is the word I was thinking of. So I don't know. There's a valid argument to be made, I guess, either way, but I think that most people seem to think she's a cambion. Anyway, apples deserved that top stop for apple pie and crumble alone. There's just the versatility, like I said, like if we're talking about like everything that encompasses what you can do with it, nutritional value, taste, all these other things, and the versatility of it. Yeah, I think apple, like even if it's not my go-to, I would eat an apple long before I would need a banana. I could supersede that. I can let that go. I could justify that. Even if I think strawberries taste better, they're not the most nutritionally sound or versatile out of the rest of them. They work best like in conjunction with other things, but like, yeah, I get that. That's why I conceded on that front. So before the first episode of Hazbin Hotel came out, I used to think Lilith was an original character. I think, hey, it's okay, Axel. A lot of people did. But no, she's an OG deep lore original character from those stories, from the Hebrew side of things. No, she was the actual first woman, Adam's first wife. Now, all that is how it goes. There's a little bit more to that. It definitely expands upon that as well, which I think they're going to use at some point. But I'm curious to what they're actually going to do with a lot of that. There's another show coming in the next few months for me, The Walking Dead Dead City Season 2 on May 4th. I forgot that exists. My granddad always used to say Jesus was the first socialist. I mean, kind of not wrong. Quidditch Champions didn't do well, right? I didn't even know that was out. So I would assume probably not. I heard rumors the next Hogwarts Legacy game will be live service. Again, I wouldn't be surprised. Dude, God, I'm getting a lisp here trying to say this right now for some reason. Lilith also comes out in Dead Boy Detectives. I know, God damn it. And I saw that in Sandman Season 2. At least one of the Dead Boys is showing up. So guess what? I might have to react to Dead Boy Detectives before Sandman Season 2 comes out. I might just get tricked into it all. I don't mind remasters because a lot of times they will get a sequel if people show interest in it. That is also very true. If something does well, like if they re-release something as either a remaster or a remake, that's like, oh, there's a hunger for this, and maybe they'll sequelize it. We've seen that happen a couple times, or a new entry at least. So yeah. I always will enjoy the better version of a thing, so even if I have it, I will probably get it if it comes out on a new system. I do it all the time. If something eventually is going to be coming out on PC, I will also be getting on PC because that's going to be the better version of it. If I can play the better version of it, I will play it. If it's not like wringing my neck to upgrade to it though, which is at least some benefit with PlayStation, is that if you already have the game, sometimes you can upgrade for free and sometimes it's just a discount. Either way, that I don't mind it personally. I know a lot of people get really frustrated with it and call it lazy, but at the end of the day, like, I understand at least Sony's side of it. I'd rather have that than forced live service implementation or half-assed games where you have to pay for the full version later crap. Like, I'd rather have that than what we're seeing with a lot of other AAA studios and shit like that, man. Publishers. Anyway, has been is the reason I Googled biblically accurate angels and regret. Yeah, dude, biblically accurate angels are creepy. Pretty fucking creepy. What are you sipping on today, Omni? Well, my pink Moscato. I'm still like absorbing cherry, whatever. I have to get going now and have a good rest of your day. Take it easy, Big Bang. Have a good rest of your weekend and rest of your week as well. Favorite moment of the Skypia arc so far? Does the Bellamy part count? Because technically, it's in this arc when you're looking at it on Crunchyroll. If not that, probably Robin. So far, I think maybe Robin fighting the Divine Commander. That whole Robin episode, for that matter, I really liked a lot. Comfort, solace, assurance. It's my favorite characters from the Owl House. I answered that. It may have even been your question, I think, actually. It could have been a situation where you deleted it and retyped it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, for anybody new, I look at the comments in StreamYard so that I can put them up on the screen. So if you retract the message and then retype it, it doesn't retract it from StreamYard. So a lot of the times I will still read the deleted statement because I'm not like one-to-oneing it throughout the whole stream. So that just happens a lot. I realized I spelt stop instead of spot. I know English. Do you? Wait, they canceled Moon Knight? I swear it was reported only last year that they were trying to find a way to do or had thought of a possible story to continue it. Well, that fucking sucks. It wasn't canceled. I mean, it was delivered as a limited series. But then there was rumors and talks of them maybe trying to do a season 2. But it was pitched and released as a limited series. But yeah, so we just have confirmation of all that. Gonna add that to my CV. P.S. You're welcome. Thank you. As always. I would like to see Moon Knight in a Doctor Strange movie. That would be cool. I'd like to see him in a team up. Though with where we ended him, we would need to explain a couple of things. Time for sea shanties. I do enjoy me a good sea shanty. Anywho, I'm about to see y'all next time. Take it easy, Logan. 17 Again is a great movie. Saw that in the cinema. I think I did as well. Because there was a time I was like, if Zac Efron's in it, I'm going to go see this. But it was Zac Efron and Matthew Perry, and I was like, I am definitely going to go see this. I'm pretty sure I saw it in theaters. I'm pretty damn confident about that. 17 Again was such a cheese fest of a movie, but I still love it. Dude, even by the end of it, dude, it still makes me emotional. I'm sure even now, too, with the passing of Matthew Perry, it still hit even more than that. Hey, bud, have to go and eat dinner, but I wanted to ask you, I saw an interview with Cobra Kai and Tanner, aka Robbie, but he wants to Nightwing, but I see him as a Jason Todd. What do you think? I mean, he's got the gymnastic skill to be any of them. I could see it. I couldn't see him as a Jason Todd. I'll say that. If he was going to be a Robin, I'd prefer him to be Dick Grayson if we were going to go that route. But hell yeah, fuck yeah, do that. Let's see. The pirate cruise is all good and fun till Captain Barbossa and the Black Pearl show up. Dude, I can't be the only one, right? Barbossa was my favorite character. Like, right? Like, in the entire, I love Jack. Will's fine. But Barbossa was the most fun character, I think, to watch in that entire series. The Tia Tamara and Taj Mowry 17 Again movie. I have not seen, I don't know that one. I know Tia and Tamara, but I don't know that movie you're talking about. If you have seen Kickin' It, Jack Brewer, I see him as Nightwing because he's a real life black belt. What's his name? Jack Brewer. This is a football player. Actor? Kicking It. There we go. Leo Howard. Oh, the character is Jack Brewer. You know, I could see it. I mean, hell, he could make a good Jason Todd based on what I'm seeing. I laughed at most of your reaction faces while watching Craven. I'm glad. I'm glad that it turned out okay. Was Daddy Media a good dad? I tried to be. Oh, wait. Are you meaning my dad? Hey, he paid the bills and then fucked off. So, no. For a while, sure, I guess, but no. Not really. He was not made or built for the dad life. Like, he wasn't... There's definitely worse. Like, he wasn't bad. It's just, like, after a while... Like, was he a little harsh sometimes? Sure. Was he toxically masculine at times? For definite. But, like, when I got smacked around, I kind of deserved it. But after my parents split, he just fell off the radar. After maybe like a couple of years of weekend visitations, it just stopped. And there was like a full 8 years where I never even heard from him. And we didn't even know what was going on until we just got a random call from, I don't even know who called us. Someone just randomly called us and be like, he's in the hospital. He had like his heart shut down or something. And they got him back on his feet or whatever. But that was the first indication of anything I had after like a long ass time. I've long since made peace with a lot of that. A lot of my problem, I think, came out of like the lack of kind of care that came after the split in that way. Like, I didn't like hanging out at his house or being over there, but at the same time, I wanted to feel like my dad kind of cared. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. And then he just fucked off for a while. But then, yeah, I don't know. He's just his own little animal. He's off somewhere, still, I assume still alive at the moment. But yeah. I've shrugged or shed a lot of that away over the years, especially after one little sit down we had after that. I was like, that just wasn't the life for him. He's just wasn't built for all of that, and he tried. I get it. It's whatever. No skin off my back. I'm doing fine now. Mom pulled all the weight, and then I think around like 13 or 14 is when my stepdad came into the picture, and he's still around, man. He was we had like, yeah, that was some coarse relationship at the start, because I was that kid who was like, you're not my dad. You know, I wouldn't listen to a thing he said. We butted heads all the time, but he stuck it out, man. He put up with all my bullshit for a long time, and yeah, all the better for it in the end. Anyway, turtles, what were they named? What do you think? Well, okay, hold on. I had one. It was Cecil, after Cecil from Looney Tunes. And I had a batch of 4, which, as you should assume, I named after the Ninja Turtles. Please tell me you named the turtles after TMNT. There you go. Got there. Anyway, I would love to see Avengers Doomsday, Bucky, Sam, Thor, Clint, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, and Wolverine, and all the other characters. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of characters, man. Yeah, back when X-Men 97 came out, they said season 2 was already done. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, never mind. Sorry. I'm getting conversations mixed up. They were just working on the animation when the audience was watching season 1, I'm guessing because of DeMaio's attachment to season 2. Yeah, I'm curious about all of that at this point. Me, Nick, and McSheldington of House Sheldor will begin filming Cocaine Shark next month. Hell yeah. We'll react to it when it's done. Catholic. Is Arcane in your top 10 shows, you would say? Probably not. No. Currently, no. But there's a difference thing between, because like some of the shows that are in my top 10, they're not like highbrow top tier shows. One of them is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's my favorite shows. So like if I was like, these are the best shows ever, or what I think are the top 10 best shows ever, maybe. But my personal top 10 is very different from that, because like it's gonna be the things I enjoy, the things I love, like even sometimes through all of their faults. So like there's that. Like, I mean, my consistent 5 is X-Files, Breaking Bad. I'm sorry, X-Files, Friends, Breaking Bad, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I think now just Cobra Kai. Arrow's on that list. Vox Machina is on that list right now. And I've been cycling through some of the other ones. MMPR is on there as well, but like, yeah, I don't know. I hate bananas. I don't like the texture. I also don't like the texture. Also don't really care for the taste, but I was eating them because I needed to for a time, but I don't like the flavor. I don't like artificial flavored. I don't like banana flavored things, and I don't like the taste of a banana to begin with. I don't hate them, but it is on that list that they provided. That is the last. If you gave me a lineup of fruit, that would be the last one I would touch. By the way, Omni, Jamie Campbell Bower has now been added to the cast of Rings of Power Season 3. I've seen a lot of people think he may be the Witch King of Angmar. Since we're diving straight into the middle of the war with Sauron. We had his revelation, his reveal to the world in the last season, and now we're just going to be jumping into the middle of the war with a time jump. So if he's the Witch King, I think that'd be really cool. After his comments about playing Vecna, about how the mental toll of playing like these villainous characters is kind of weighing on him, I kind of would hope that he's just some elf. Maybe he's Galadriel's husband or something like that. Give him something that's not going to destroy his psyche even more. But if he's the Witch King or anything else of the sort, either way, he plays that kind of part really well. Been loving your videos lately. Thank you, Jamie Pace. Hope you enjoy them continuously and not just lately. Anyway, appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. I knew about Lilith from True Blood of all places. I think I first found out about Lilith through Digimon, because there's a Lilithmon. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that is where I first touched onto that part of the mythos. If you put every fruit in front of me, I'm picking the strawberry every single time. That would be, yeah, same. 100%. Lilith Supernatural for me. I knew about her because of Supernatural as well. Dead Boy Detectives. Dead Boy Detectives. I'm hopeful. I actually really enjoy that series. We'll get around to it. I think. Okay, what is live service in a game you mentioned? I assume it's not just playing online. Where there's an online always function. There's microtransactions, battle passes, maybe loot boxes, where so much of the game is like roped into purchases and online functionality, and a lot of it being opened up to lobbies and multiplayer and stuff like that. You know, stuff like Destiny, stuff like Fortnite, stuff like Call of Duty currently, or the Marvel's Avengers, that whole game that came out, the recent Suicide Squad game, Mortal Kombat currently is a live service game as well, where it's basically designed to keep you playing it forever, almost, is kind of another way to kind of explain it. Yeah, the Supernatural cast is now joining the last season of The Boys. That's hilarious to me, man. I don't know where you saw that Cambions are half angel, half demon. All I'm seeing is human demon. I'm not seeing anything about angel demon except Nephilim. And I'm also seeing Nephilim as demon human, angel human, and fallen angels. Yeah, get around to it. Keep looking. I've reacted to Has Been Hotel 3 years ago, and I'm still traumatized from that one scene. Okay. What's up, Marcus? Or Descendants of Cain. Satan human. Yeah, no fallen angels. And humans mainly. Ambients are always half demon, not necessarily angelic. Oh! And there you go. Got there eventually. I remember seeing you found it eventually. Let's see. Where are we at? What's up, Marcus? And how to get me to watch the final Boys season. You get Jared, Jensen, and Misha in a mini Supernatural reunion. And not just them, because fuck. Why am I blanking on his name right now? Negan. I'll get there. I'm not looking at you, chat. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah, fuck all y'all. Haha. You didn't even... I beat you to it. Chat, you're asleep. Where you at? He's in there too. What's up, good vibes? Hope you're doing well also. I know English occasionally. Did you see the concept art for the Avengers Doomsday Vision, Fantastic Four, and the canceled Iron Man 3000 show about Morgan? I don't look at leaked stuff. All of the concept art that is out there is leaked, so I stay away from that. Time for a chocolate smoothie with a banana. I'm pretty sure Cambions are always... Okay, I already read all that stuff. Never seen Supernatural, so many reunions don't bring me in. I'm already in anyway. I've also never seen more than an episode of Supernatural. I've seen one episode. From January till last weekend, I watched all 3 seasons of Daredevil, The Defenders, and Punisher Season 1. It was a lot of content, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I'm looking forward to Born Again a ton. Let's go. What's up, Sean Boy? Anyone see that clip they released of Daredevil Born Again with Bullseye fighting Daredevil? I stay away from clips until the show is out. I try not to watch clips. I'll watch a trailer all day, except for the final trailers. Won't watch those anymore. I'll watch the first teaser, first trailer, and then I won't watch any excerpts. Unless it's a show I'm on the fence about. If I'm trying to convince myself to watch a show, like with Your Friend in the Neighborhood Spider-Man. I watched a couple of their publicly available clips, and I was just, every time, I was just like, Love Captain Barbossa, thank you! Barbossa always seemed like he was having the time of his life. And next to Will, he's also the greatest swordsman in the entire canonicity. Like, if we're talking like sword skills, he's the highest ranked in them all, which I also thought was kind of fun. Yeah, I just love his energy, man. He's just so much fun. Jeffrey Rush was just really, really fucking awesome. And he's just a great counterbalance to Jack, because he's just as good, but he's also a good pirate. He's a good captain. Jack maybe not isn't the great captain, but things just kind of work out. You know, I don't know. I love Barbossa. Having seen all of Daredevil season 3, I might say it's the best of the 3. Oh, I think it's easily the best 3, in my opinion. Love the Punisher stuff in season 2. Really enjoy the Ninja Electra stuff, but Dex and Kingpin winning all season, and Agent Nadine, Matt losing his faith, so much more just really made it great. And yeah, and reclaiming his faith too, like all of that was just so good. So good. But yes, Agent Nadine was a standout too, I think. Who's my favorite female character ever? Besides Agent Scully, of course. Damn. Damn you. Fuck. You really had to go and make that really hard. Because that's just the easy answer. I don't think there is a better, like, female character written or in TV better than Agent Scully. And especially the real world impact that this fictional character actually had on the scientific community is insane. There's papers written on it, man. But who would even come close? Let's see. Like, do I have a Funko? This is so hard. If I can't pick Scully, who can I pick? I'm happy for suggestions, by the way. Damn, this is rough. I'm drawing such a blank. Yeah, dude, I got nothing. I mean, Buffy's cool. But no. Daria? No. Definitely wouldn't be mine. Agent May. I like May, but nah. You know what? I'm gonna cop out here a little bit. I don't think it's copping out, but Leia. Leia, thank you, Ginger. Thank you. Leia. Fuck it. Can't get Scully, we'll go Princess Goddamn Leia. Speaking of which, I didn't even look at my posters when I was doing any of that. That's probably why I didn't click to Leia. Yeah, I'll stand with that. It's a cop-out because I didn't think of it, even though I asked for suggestions. Matt losing his faith, so much more. Tips up, yes. Love Jack Sparrow. Have you seen the titles of the upcoming episodes of the Owl House Season 2? Do you have any predictions about what they might be about? I try not to look ahead at any of that. Ripley is good, but she's no Leia, but she's good. Ripley's good. Was Mommy Media a good mom? Yeah, she did her damnedest to take care of me and my brother on her own. Went through a couple of shitty boyfriends in the in-between, one of which my dad had to actually show up and beat the fuck out of. That happened once. You know, despite everything that happened with them, they stayed pretty amicable, like my mom and dad. But he would just kind of float in and out of our lives more than anything. And that's how he was with the entire family, like with his parents, with his brother. Like, he would just kind of pop in sometimes, randomly. And that's just kind of how things worked. But my mom was always solid. She made some dumb decisions, but along the way, but she was pretty solid. Was Broski Media a good brother? Now, here's the real question. Was I a good brother? And I would say growing up, fuck no. I probably made my little brother's life a living hell for a long time. Probably a lot of his mental issues I probably directly caused in one way, shape, or form. I was kind of a dick. We remember the sword story. And that was when things were a little more amicable. Hell, when I've messed with him a lot. Anyway, hug. Ever thought about looking him up? I've thought about it, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I've really kind of struggled with that aspect of it. I still will defend myself about the sword thing, though. His fault. I told him to move. Do you have anybody that you dislike but like at the same time? And Hasbin and Helva? I mean, like Valentino, because he's a disgustingly entertaining villain, but he's so fucked up as well. Like the shit he does is disgusting. So it's like I like an irredeemable villain as much as I like a redeemable one. He's irredeemable as all hell, but the thing, I don't know. Maybe that would probably be the closest, I think. And for Helva, maybe Stella for similar reasons. Or Mammon. Mammon's hilarious. I'll go with Mammon for Helva. Chat has become Omni's therapist. Yes, you have. I love when Omni waves his hand and then my nostrils turn from jet black to Omni's flesh tone. What? Turtle power. Feel bad for Marvel today, and I think about the leaker who posted it got fired because Marvel took the posts down, meaning that the concept art was real. Yep. Didn't want to assume. Also, Cecil is such an adorable name for a turtle. Well, thank Looney Tunes, because that's who he was named after. And my first car was a Celica, and I named it Cecil. Cecil the Celica. Hehe, because I'm dumb like that. Which one of you like more is Has-Been or Hell of a Boss or Owl House or Severance? Hell of a Boss. I love Severance, and it is like primo, like high class television. But I figure if you put a new episode of Hell of a Boss or a new episode of Severance in front of me, it's like I'm gonna eat the junk food first. I don't know. I'm just gonna be drawn to it. Like, do I want like steak and roasted potatoes and all this other kind of stuff, like a great little meal, or do I want to just shove some fucking good feeling pizza in my mouth? I don't know. Depends on my mood, but like that's kind of the way I equate those two. Out of that list, if you gave me a new episode of any one of those shows, which one would I watch first? It'd probably be Hell of a Boss. You ever watch cozy murder mystery TV shows? Oftentimes are from the UK. I used to watch like unsolved mysteries. That might be the closest thing, but that's probably the closest for me anymore. And maybe I could have done this when I was younger, but anymore, like if I watch anything about, like, it could be a horror game, it could be a horror movie, anything somewhat macabre, or even just, what's the word? Not bleak, but dramatic or anything like that. If I'm watching it to like cozy up to or like wind down to, that mentality will infect my sleep and my dream. So I can't watch anything or listen to anything like that while I'm going to bed anymore. So I can't, I need something at least positive, neutral, but not interesting enough that it's going to keep me locked in on it. Like there's a tight wire act of that I perform every night of stuff that I need to wind down to, if that makes sense at all. Okay, then how about a chocolate smoothie with no banana? That sounds good. RDJ is going to be God Emperor Doom for Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. I mean, that seems to be what they were doing anyway. I mean, I don't expect it to be anything of the sort other than that. Did you also have a pet rat called Splinter? I never had a pet rat. Never had a pet rat. Didn't expect some banana slander here. I like bananas and some banana flavored drinks. I apologize for all you banana lovers out there. He could never be just some elf. I mean, that's true. I just meant as anybody but a villain, so his mind can rest. Because especially after meeting him, he's like super sweet and nice, and chill as hell. And like after that comment came out about how taxing playing these villains has been on his mental health, I'm just like, damn. Which makes you think, like, everybody's different, but like a few years ago, and this was before he took on the Ted Bundy role. Was it Ted Bundy? Who was it? Who was the fucking killer? Anyway, Evan Peters. He talked about a very similar thing, but then he went right back into doing it again a couple years later. Like he after his like teen days, after Kick-Ass and some of those teen comedies he was in, he did almost nothing exclusively but horror-centric murder shit, where he was almost always the psychopath. Dahmer, thank you. It was Dahmer. I knew once I said Bundy, it was wrong, because they don't even look the same. I just couldn't remember. But then he took a break from all of that and then came back and did something like that. Like, he said stuff about that. He's like, I have to take a step back because this is destroying me mentally. But he's great at it. He's really good at it. But it takes a toll on people, and people don't really think about what that's like and what that does to somebody too. And it just makes him seem even, not like in a bad way, I was gonna say even more sensitive. Because he's played some villainous roles, but he said Vecna really fucked him up. And I was like, by comparison, Vecna is like a walk in the park compared to some other stuff. But I don't know what he's done to get into character as well. Bundy was Zac Efron. Thank you. That fucking movie pisses me off. Because it's that fucking movie is in a weird way kind of pro Bundy, and I did not. He was great. The performances were great in it, but the message and the vibe of that movie was off as all fuck, which is weird because the same guy that directed that film directed the documentary that had the complete opposite approach and attention on it, which is weird. Anyway, whatever. Lilith is also mentioned in Lucifer. Still never seen that. What is your deadly sin? Mine is sloth. Mine is probably also sloth, to be honest. Speaking of Friends, any sitcom reactions? I reacted to That 90s Show, seasons 1 and 2. I'm still heartbroken that they canceled that, especially after that fucking cliffhanger. That's a cheap show to make. I hope somebody picks it up, because that was heartbreaking. I enjoyed it. But as far as other sitcoms, I've floated the idea of The Office, and I've floated the idea of Always Sunny. But those would be the only other ones that I'd kind of be remotely interested in and checking out. I've seen all of How I Met Your Mother. I've seen every episode of Friends a million times. I don't know. There's not a lot of modern sitcoms I haven't really kept up with. I never really got into The Big Bang Theory. I watched a couple of episodes and I was like, oh, it's fine, but I never really got into it. No offense, Sheldor. I watched a lot of sitcoms actually growing up, but yeah, I don't know. Those are the two I'd go to. I think sitcom wise would be, and I mean, is it even a sitcom? Isn't it like a mockumentary or something like that, or is it considered a sitcom? What is The Office even considered these days? Anyway, that's on my list, and Always Sunny I think would be a lot of fun. Where are your Cobra Kai season 2 reactions? I didn't have a channel when season 2 came out, so they don't exist because I watched it live. I watched season 1 while it was airing, so I'm an OG Cobra Kai person here, man. So my channel didn't exist when those first seasons came out, so that's why there aren't reactions for it. My reactions for Cobra Kai begin with season 3. Chocolate smoothie with strawberry in it. Yeah, I don't like mixing chocolate and fruit personally. I learned about Lilith through Marvel vs. Capcom. Nice. How did you react to the dinner scene in season 2 of Miguel and Johnny? I teared the fuck up is what I did. Do I like the animation and Shrek 5? Yeah, because it just looks better. Apparently, season 3 is set during the Fellowship prologue. Prologue, yes. Yes. It's in the middle of the battle for the ring. The forging of the One Ring, and then the building up and the shutdown, which almost makes it seem like if this isn't the final season, season 4 might be. So they might be speeding up the death of this show. Or the end. For one reason or the other. I mean, it's an expensive-ass show, but it seems like we are really jumping into the middle of it. Which will be fine. I mean, that's the action better ramp up, too. I think it'll be darker. That's for sure as well. Isildur is going to have to grow the fuck up real hard, though. Doomsday is going to be on Battle World. I was just thinking... Marcus? Are you speculating, or are you talking about what was in the leaked stuff? If you are talking about the leaked images at all, and this isn't just speculation, I will ban you. Like, I do not tolerate that kind of shit. So I don't know, because I haven't looked at it. And if anybody has, and then you can confirm, I would love to know, because if I could spare some people from reading this shit, I would definitely do so. It might already be too late for some people, but yeah. Anyway. I think Born Again has potential to be the best season of Daredevil for me personally. We're getting Punisher, Kingpin, Bullseye, and Muse all in one season. I've loved the trailers. I hope it's a banger. And so far, the early reactions have all been really fucking good. Love Stolas' background music. Thank you, thank you. For Jeffrey Morgan, we wanted to let you get there on your own. Couldn't remember, okay? So I wasn't the only one that forgot. I hope he's Galadriel's husband. I imagine that blonde hair in the wind. See, that would be something good. That's a character that matters. Well, yeah, matters. Put Mark Shepard in there too. Mind blown. Is he? Yeah, he hasn't been in there yet. I've seen him in so many other shows. It's hilarious. Have I seen Firefly? I have not. I actually have not. I need to. Am I a Legend of Zelda fan? I'm watching the animated show from the 80s. It's pretty cool. Is that the one with the excuse me princess? Because I might have to push back on that it being cool thing. But I like the world. I like the lore. I haven't finished any of the games that I've started. That's not true. I finished Twilight Princess, and I got real deep into Breath of the Wild. I've never finished Ocarina of Time, but I've watched my buddy finish it multiple times. I've never actually been able to beat it. I've never been able to commit to finishing it myself. So I would say I'm a very casual fan. But I played a fuck ton of Breath of the Wild, though. I like that a lot. I still haven't even finished. I've played so much that I did everything but the final dungeon. I still haven't actually fought Ganon yet. This week they revealed that The Walking Dead Dead City Season 2 is premiering on my birthday, May 4th! And I'll always watch it because Walking Dead and my love for the franchise, and sad to know that it will be the second to last season. It'll probably suck. I'm gonna watch it even though I know it's gonna be really bad. It's all good, man. I understand. I was like that with so many shows. You guys know. Now it's like all the people about the female character stuff. We remember the sword story. Oh, you're the oldest. For some reason, I thought you were the youngest. I mean, my brother's, there's a 5-year difference between us. So he's 30. I got to do math now. 31? Yeah. Because he'll be 32 this year. Math and dates. That story was wild. That's not even the wildest one. I mean, I guess having a katana involved in any capacity is a little odd. But when we were much, much younger, I did shove him purposefully into a bookshelf at a public bookstore because the clerk was like, "Oh, you guys, you're so sweet. I bet you're a good big brother." And I just all I remember was like, "No, I'm actually not." And I pushed him into a bookshelf. Now, I didn't mean for this part to happen, but he split his head open. Yeah, so that's a story. But there was no katana involved. It was also a Bible bookstore, so that might make it a little worse. Yeah, I was a dick to my brother. You know, now that we are perfectly fine now, like we get along amazingly so. And as things turn out naturally, ironically as they do, he could probably beat my ass now. I did want a sister because I had the weird delusion that I always wanted that like big brother, little sister dynamic kind of thing, but also in the way that, you know, I didn't think at the time I would have to share any of my stuff with a sister. But then I had a brother, and then immediately he kept messing with all of my stuff, and that probably would have happened either way. But I didn't like to share, and I still have not let go that he broke my Billy Power Ranger, Blue Ranger figure. The 12-inch ones, because I had the full set, and he just yeeted it off a ledge and shattered it into a million pieces. And that might have been what started it all for all I know. But yeah, I never let that go. I still bring it up if I can. Hell, we went to a convention and I saw one. They had an OG unopened version of it, still in the box and everything, at one of the cons we went to. And I was like, "Hey buddy, remember that? Fuck you." Oh my God. Yeah, no, we're good. We hang out. We do stuff. We're all hunky dory. Like he got one. Yeah, like it got to, like, and he's diabetic. We found that out when he was in the middle of high school because he had like a sugar crash at school. I freaked the fuck out. Like, if this is any indication of where we started to where we're at, and like just the thought of that and anything about like pharmaceuticals, anything with this insulin stuff that's going on, the prices, like, dude, I will cry thinking about what could happen if he can't afford his medicine and stuff like that now. And I'm just like, so I've had an arc. I've had a redemption arc. Wait, what's the sword thing? Long story short, my brother was obsessed with Dynasty Warriors, and I had a Sho katana, not a real one by any means. And he came up and he handed it to me, and he's like, "Hey, can you do this move that this character does in this game?" And I'm like, Sure, I can try. It's not a full tang katana. I told him that ahead of time. I was like, this is not balanced at all. So I can swing this, and I can't promise I'm going to have full control over it. And I was like, he sat down just on the couch right beside me. And I was like, "Dude, you're way too close. I will hit you." And he's like, "Nah, I'm fine. It's all good. You won't hit me." I was like, "No, you're too close." I told him like 2 times before I did it. And I tried not to. And I did the thing, but I full on like sword into his elbow. Like, because it was such a shitty display sword, it just, you know, it broke the skin easily, but it dinged right off his bone. They did say though, if it was an inch higher, he wouldn't be able to move his arm anymore. So that was lucky. But yeah, that's his fault. I will stand by it. His fault, not mine. I did what he asked. He didn't do what I asked, and sword ended up an arm. Not my problem. My dad Fuck. My dad left when I was 4. I grew up with my single mom, and my favorite sister became like my second mom. Aw. I'm sorry to hear about the father thing, but at least you had a good support structure. I'm blacking out after laughing about that. I got real lightheaded for a second. Yeah, Stella just sucks. Mammon, son of Satan, like Constantine. Yeah, I mean, same inspiration, same character inspiration for sure. First car was named Susie. Current car is Bianca del Fiat. Are you driving a Fiat? After Bianca del Rio. Nice. I never named any of my cars after Cecil. But it was also because my next car after that, because fuck that deer, dude. I was driving home from work. It was like 2 in the morning. Pitch black outside. I had my high beams on. And I just, all of a sudden, going like 70 miles per hour on the interstate, hear a thud. A blur and a thud. And my car just heaves, dead stops, and spins and hits into the median. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? And I'm lucky that I didn't flip or nothing worse happened. But I hit like a full-on ass deer. And it launched the deer like 20 yards from where I hit it. But I had to be like a detective. I was like, I didn't know what the fuck just happened. So I got out of my car and I started looking around. My entire front left side was caved into the tire well. And I saw blood and tufts of fur. I was like, what the hell happened? And then I started looking at the median and I saw like blood on the median. And then I was shining with my light and then I saw the carcass, like all the, like, on the opposite side. So like it was on the interstate. So like traffic one way, 3 lanes of traffic going that way, 3 lanes of traffic going the other way, all split by a concrete median. It was on the other side. So it hit me, it jumped, it had to have jumped like as deer do when they're running into me, and then got blasted into the median and then bounced ragdoll style, I guess, into the other side of opposite traffic. Yeah, wild thing. Lucky to be alive, but like that totaled my baby. My baby. So like every car after that until the one I have now, which is the first car I've outright bought for new, was just like something to get me by. Like my between that and now, like they were just clunkers, man. It was just, I was paying out the ass just to keep these fuckers alive. But yeah. Me and cars, man. Ever watched the animated movie Flow? Not yet. I've heard good things about it, but I have not seen it. Howdy doody, Sacharto, how are you? I'm doing good. What'd you think of this week's DC announcements? I'm excited for most of it, not all of it. Like the stuff that seems like it's like kiddie stuff, I'm kind of not into the idea of. But like the My Adventures with Green Lantern though is probably one of the things I'm really the most excited for. Which are you hyped for? Season 3 of Reacher or Daredevil? I'm more excited for Daredevil than most things that exist at the moment. Closest American equivalent to British cozy murder mystery would be Murder, She Wrote. Yeah, no. Then that's a big all nopey for me. I love me some police procedurals. The Mentalist is one of my favorites. But yeah, that's not gonna be so. I'd watch it, but I wouldn't be like winding down to it, if that makes sense. And are you thinking of Dahmer or his character in AHS? I was thinking of Dahmer, not his AHS. Which AHS character? The show fell off when he left the show too, I'll say. Like as much as they had some heavy hitters still around, once he left, my interest plummeted. But to be fair, the first season is still my favorite season. I've never, okay, let's be real. Let's be honest, transparent. I haven't seen Murder, She Wrote, so I don't know. That's another reason it wouldn't be one of mine. Office Absolute. Classic. Have I seen The Good Place? I've seen like clips from it because Barry was watching it for a time, but I've not seen it. If you had to be in the PJO universe, which monster would you want to face the least? PJO. Help me out. PJO. What is this? I am blanking on this abbreviation. I'll come back to that. Oh, Percy Jackson. Okay. Oh, I was trying to figure out what the O was. The Olympians. Thank you. I don't know, man. I'd have to. I would have to say a Gorgon, but a Gorgon or a Siren, I think, would be just difficult to deal with in general. And I'd rather face like a monster, like a Minotaur, than something that can like fuck with my brain, or I have to like be tricky with how I look at somebody, you know, stuff like that, where yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with that. Just give me a straight up monster to fight. I'll do that more than any of these other ones that have these like additional abilities like that, you know. I have a new fan cast since James Gunn's announcement at Teen Titans. My fan cast is Nightwing as Wolfgang, Novigrats, and for Beast Boy, Iñaki. Ooh, Iñaki I think would make a good Beast Boy. I do not know this Wolfgang kid. You know, I could see it. I can see the blueprint there. I'm not a wrestling dude, man. You guys know that by this point. I don't know why people keep telling me about the wrestling stuff. I watched all of The Big Bang Theory and had a big crush on Kaylee Cuoco. Cuoco. I don't know how to say her last name. Cuckoo. Who later became Harley Quinn in her animated series. I will say, likewise, even in the little bit I saw a Big Bang Theory, I was like, yeah, she's kind of cute. But yeah, now she's Harley Quinn. I don't like mixing chocolate and fruit. Yes, thank you. No mixing. No chocolate and fruit? No chocolate fondue for you? Nah. Nope. Keep it away. I like them individually, not together. I don't like mixing fruit with anything, really, to be honest, except other fruit. Would you be friends with first in the PGO universe? I'm trying to remember everybody. I mean, probably Percy. Probably got the most connection there. I don't remember fuck all anybody else at this point. Grover maybe, but probably Percy. Grover's a little too I don't know. Luke. You think we'll get Mando and Grogu movie teaser trailer in April? Probably. The Office is such a classic, I stopped watching after Steve Carell left. Some shows, maybe Modern Family and B99. I've seen a couple of clips, again, because of Barry, of B99. That's another one I might be kind of open to at some point. Modern Family, I've honestly, outside of just some stills, I have not seen or heard jack all about Modern Family. But Nick Reacts was torn between that and another show to continue. I think it's How I Met Your Mother. And I'm like, dude, I've never even seen Modern Family. Yeah, just looking at like these stills and stuff, I don't even, now that I'm thinking about it. No, okay. I do remember this, because the dad, or at least a dad, he's the janitor from Scrubs, right? I think that's the only thing I knew. Also, One Piece became the first anime to be in a basketball game. I saw that. Luffy for the Lakers, I think. Can't believe that One Piece is so popular now that after live action to be in the NBA. I mean, it's not just because of the live action. That was the animated Luffy. We've been seeing anime pop up in the NFL and the NBA. That's not even the first time. There was Bleach stuff last year, I'm pretty sure. If it wasn't the NBA, it was some other sporting event. But we've been seeing like just all kinds of sports people just like irreverently showing off their love for anime and stuff like that. It's, you know, it's not just this one instance. That's just I think the first time there was an official collaboration in that way to where animated anime Luffy was part of this little promo. Writing Critical Role fan fiction while watching your stream, hell yeah. What's up, Ragu? Caliban, how you doing? Quick stop to say hi. Hope you're keeping well. As a Buffy nerd, Michelle Trachtenberg hit me hard. That was a rough one, man, too. I think the thing about it that hit me the hardest is that she's only 2 years older than me. That's terrifying, man. Nick Reacts is watching Modern Family now. I remember he said I'm going to do a few episodes of How I Met Your Mother and then a few episodes of Modern Family and then let the viewers kind of decide which way that goes. I don't know if that's changed or not. So I don't know if he's settled into one or the other. I was hoping he was going to continue How I Met Your Mother because outside of the ending, I like that show a lot. So I've got no connection to Modern Family though. I loved him watching all the Friends though. It's sad that it's over already, but I'm watching it through his buddy Coco Couch, who's in the middle of all that at the moment. Have you read a comic book that you loved lately? Maybe some manga, but traditional comic book, nah, not really what I do. Let's see. Signing off, getting ready for work. Everybody have a good night and see you next week. Take it easy, Lindsay. The dad in Modern Family isn't the janitor in Scrubs. Probably think of the guy in the middle, maybe. Hold on. He's somebody in that show. In the one thing I saw, it was like just a clip, and I may have been at like many places, a doctor's office or something. Neil Flynn. I could have swore, unless I'm thinking of a different show altogether. I guess I'm thinking of something else altogether. You're right. I mean, it's not him. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know. Whatever. Brain's doing brain things. Michael has a video game commitment issue. Too busy for games now, except for League. And that's just because I can do it between things. Get dunked on, nerd. Fuck you. I'll be watching your Hawkeye reactions later when I watch Echo. Then I'll be watching your Echo reactions. Hell yeah. What is your favorite Alan Tudyk voice work? And why is it King Candy and K2? Because that's mine. If we're talking exclusively voice work, I don't know. His Joker's pretty good, but probably K2. I don't know King Candy. What's King Candy? Oh, that dude. I'm so on that one. If I had to, it'd definitely be K2, I think, out of those ones, but his Clayface is also fucking hilarious. I don't know. Oscars tonight. Hope that Wicked wins something and the Wild Robot. Yeah, let's go. I'm down for that. I didn't even realize it was tonight. Push your brother into book coast at a Bible bookstore. So I guess you'll be in a future season of Aspen Hotel or Hell of a Boss. Hey, I would love for that to be the case. Like, sounds like your brother might show up in a ghost face mask down the line. We're good. We are good now. Very good. No, Billy's my favorite. I had one when I was a kid, but I guess it's gone once we move around. In the end, yeah, all my Power Ranger stuff I had when I was a kid ended up sold or lost, or I don't know. Some of it I know is still in our barn somewhere, but a lot of it I know just didn't make it through all the moves and stuff. So in the end, I guess it didn't even matter. But yeah, at the time I was very, very upset. His fault. Let me repeat. You are the older one. Nah, That don't matter. Irrelevant. Still thinking FCGI Harold Ramis as a ghost was the best option in Afterlife. I didn't mind it. Like, I don't really have nostalgia for Ghostbusters, and that made me cry. Yeah, why? What's wrong with the Fiat? I mean, nothing's wrong with a Fiat. I just wanted to understand the reference, the pun, and make sure that that was the case, or if there was something else I was missing about it. Bambi, no! Tried to stay until the end, Omni, but I'm shattered and I need to get some Z's. Gonna go grab some sleep considering it's nearly midnight in the UK. Great stream as always. Catch you next week. Take it easy and get some rest, Nick. Murder Road is a comfy show. I thought it was a movie for some reason. I'll be watching Flow sometime. I'm sure you know the main character is a cat. I do, thanks to the cover, or why do I call it a cover? The thumbnail of one of Mr. GG's recent videos, because he made a video on it. 80s show, Percy Jackson, good point. I meant Tate from season 1, because I know he talked about how it messed him up that people idolized that character. Oh yeah, dude, people were obsessed with Tate. To be fair, I considered doing a Tate cosplay at one point, but I never did. But not out of like love for that character, but I was just like, I did a Quicksilver cosplay. I was like, for whatever reason, I was like, I want to do like Evan Peters character cosplays. At the time, I could pull it off. My face has since filled out since then, sadly. But still, yeah, people were unhealthily obsessed with that character. But all of his characters from that point forward, like all of them, I just think he's a great fucking actor. He was already hyped up in the DCU. What's coming with DC and the DC announcements, maybe even more hyped. Really looking forward to My Adventure with Green Lantern 2. It will be based on Jessica Cruz. Yep. And I'm well, thanks. I'm glad to hear it. Probably be friends with Grover first as we bond over snacks. I read that initially as socks for some reason, but Luke. Officially going to call next year the summer of Green Lantern because My Adventures with Green Lantern. Lanterns are my three favorite Lanterns, being Hal, Jordan, and Jessica Cruz and John S. Hell yeah, man. I hope we get some Kyle love. If we got Guy Gardner, we got to have Kyle. But my favorite Lantern's John. Your shirt looks really cool. Can you show all of it? Yes, Sesshomaru and Inuyasha. Let's see. Nick Reacts is watching Matter Family now. The dad and mom is janitor. Okay, hard. Get dunked on. One from the dad and mom friend is Al Bundy from Married with Children. Oh, right. I know what you're talking about. Ed O'Neill, Married with Children. I wonder if we're going to see the DD logo on Matt's suit. It would look cool. I don't think we need it, but I know some people really, really give a shit, and I personally don't care. What am I thinking of? Okay, that guy. What's his name? Ty Burrell is the guy I'm thinking of that I was getting mixed up with. Phil Dunphy is the character, I guess. Ed O'Neill. At least Conan's hosting. Never mind, it's tomorrow night. His aesthetic was cool. Reminds me of Sebastian Stan being disturbed. People were attracted to his character in Fresh. Hey man, people be weird. People be weird. Ding dong, shut the fuck up. Did I play Stray Cat Gaming? No, I thought I would be too sad. It didn't look like a game I would be able to be committed and invested in to begin with, but also it just looked like this is going to make me sad, and I'm okay. I don't know if I want to do that. Such a cute game. Cute, is it? It looked awful. You're the best, Omni, just in case you haven't heard it today. Well, thank you, Jake from State Farm. I love your reinsurance. Little Kitty Big City is cute. I don't know. It just looks like you're just a lonely little cat waddling around alone in the city, and just the trailer made me so sad. What's wrong with King Candy, man? King Candy Man. King Candy Man comes out with a hook hand and just murders you. I mean, I just don't remember the performance all that well. I need to rewatch that movie because it's been a really, really long time since I've seen it. Like, I just forgot he exists. I barely even remember that plot line, to be honest. Not Stray. That is a game called Little Kitty Big City. Oh, I thought everybody was just talking about Stray. When you said a Little Kitty Big City, I thought that was your description of Stray. Very punny. Hell yeah. Kitty looked very cute. Kid did look very cute. Very, very cute. Big cute. Much wow. Does it help that the cat is safe and survives? I mean, that does help, I guess. Because I didn't know how it was going to play out. And, you know, with gaming the way it is today, the humans not so much. Hold on. What does that mean? Do you go on a murder spree by the end of it and wipe out all of humanity? Or did we do that ourselves? They dead. Oh, what? I didn't know that little detail. What the fuck? Human dead, robots live. What? I didn't know that. I just thought it was about just a modern day cat just lonely in the world and it's going to make Michael cry game. That's what I thought it was. It's post-human. Robots. Do I have a favorite Pokemon? Charizard, because I'm a big old Gen 1 normie. Used to be Pikachu for a long time. Even more normie. But it is definitely Charizard at this point. If Corviknight had more utility and versatility as well, I would definitely probably go with Corviknight, but cause Ravens. But yeah, Charizard for sure. Flo looks like it might make me cry. See, that's what I thought. Freaking normie. Shut up, Trash Panda. Is it weird that I have a little crush on Ash? Still have a little crush on Ash. My first crush. Well, the fact that he's eternally 10 is a little bit of an issue. But no, we were all 10 when that whole thing started, dude. Misty was one of my first crushes for a long time when I was a wee little baby. When did that come out? Like, the game came out, the first game came out in 96? Game. I was right! 96. So I was 8 when the first game came out. And I think the anime coincided with the game. So when does the anime first air? I'm just curious now how fucking old I am at this point. When was anime released? 97, so a year later. So I guess I had the game before that. I remember having the manga though, because when the game came out, I had the first issue of the manga or comic at the time, and I was so confused once the anime came out. I was like, but this kid in the book is not Ash. Who's Ash? Who's this kid in this game? Dude, you can't, like, the dissociation from the storyline in the game to the storyline in the anime, it fucked me up. That's why, like, when Yellow came out, I think that was the one I loved the most because it was consistent with my reality. If that makes any sense, dude. It bugged the hell out of me that there was no continuity between Red and Blue and Pokemon, like the anime. I was like, that bugged the shit out of me. Anyway, sorry, that little tangent aside. X-Men movies in the future, do you think Brenton Thwaites would make a good Scott Summers? Sure, actually. I think that's a good one. After seeing him play Dick in Titans, having that leadership skills. What leadership skills? But no, like casting-wise, I think that'd be fine. I'd be fine with that. Always pick Pika. I'm basic and shameless about it. I almost always, if given the traditional 3, almost always go with the fire type. There's only been a couple of gens where I didn't like the fire type at all and actually picked a different type. But almost always I'll go the fire type. But if you give me a Pikachu, I'll pick a Pikachu. Still. Go with water. In Pokemon Journeys, he gets Pokemon by just befriending them and then wanting him as their trainer. It's because Ash, in the grand scheme of things, is just awesome. Actually, that's not true. He's kind of awful at being a trainer, but he's great at being like a friend to animals. But that's his story. I'm glad that he finally fucking won, though. At least his story ended with him finally winning. Yep, fire type for me too. Love Psyduck in the anime. Psyduck in the anime was also a lovely, lovely running gag. But I just like fire in general. It's just very useful and versatile against a lot of different types, and a lot of the movesets and they can power through a lot of different things. Even brute forcedly so, even if there is a type disadvantage sometimes, but I like it a lot. I just like fire. I just like burning stuff. I like watching fire do fire stuff. Let's see. He's great in battles in the series. Modern Family is definitely one of my favorite live action Western shows, so it'd be cool to see you react to it. I'm also useful and versatile. I'm sure you are, Trash Panda. Should we be concerned with that? Which part? The fire part? Have you ever played Legend of Heroes Trails series? No. Trails or Trials? It's an amazing JRPG series and it covers a huge world spanning various countries and political views. Legend of Heroes Trails? Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's not what I was thinking of. Definitely, I have not. I had a crush on Linka from Captain Planet back in the day. She's eternally a teenager now. It's odd. Dude, yes, Linka, 100%. Definitely growing up. And also, Fire Guy, Wheeler, as annoying as he was, my favorite character and all of that. But who wouldn't want to have the fire ring? Well, I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it might be the least useful in day-to-day activity. I don't remember having crushes on cartoons. I had a crush on MacGyver. What? That's hilarious, though. I don't know, like, I'd probably say first I can recall might be it's either Judy Jetson or Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Lola Bunny came along. That had me question a whole bunch of different things. But then Jessica Rabbit, who also not a rabbit, but queen. One of mine was Marceline from Adventure Time. I get that one. I get that. furry. Fuck you. They shouldn't draw her so damn hot. All right, we are 54 minutes past 6. It is pizza time. I'm going to order a pizza. I'm going to have dinner. I haven't eaten today yet. Which probably doesn't help with the wine, but it's wine, so it's not a huge old thing. I just hopped on here, and I'm assuming the discussion is revolving around sexy cartoon characters. Hey, Avery, welcome. We somehow got onto the conversation of like early crushes, which just for a lot of us happened to be cartoon characters. So it all kicked off with Ginger saying she grew up having a crush on Ash Ketchum, and I thought that was fun. So we just kind of went down that rabbit hole a little bit, not just sexy cartoon characters, but just the ones that we kind of had crushes on and stuff like that. And I'm like, so just kind of listing off a bunch of different ones. Share the pizza? Nah, it's gonna be all mine. It's not a furry. That's a zoophile. No, that's a different thing. What toppings? I'm a pepperoni and cheese. Pepperoni and cheese. That's it. I don't want anything else on there. Tylee from Avatar. Respect. I mean, same. When that came out, yeah, for sure. Doesn't said it yet. Chell from Chell. Whoo! Chell, yes. Oh God. Whoo! Eat a vegetable. No. There's that green stuff on the pizza and the sauce. That's a vegetable. At least fire is an element. Mati got stuck with that random heart ring. Hey, to be fair, you can use that for a lot of things. Dude, being able to commune and talk with animals through the heart ring is useful in the real life. In a fight, which they are almost always in against their supervillains, maybe not always the best ring to have, but if we're talking like practical uses, his ring kind of works. And that's an herb, it's green, it's a plant, it's a vegetable. I win, get out. And yeah, and you can talk with the animals, you can commune with the animals. It's useful in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, compared to what the other ones do when they get into the heat of their actual, like, conflicts, yeah, it struggles, to say the least. But it's not any less important. Chell was on another level. Also Kovu, which was super confusing to me as a kid. And I may also mention Kovu and Max Goof are voiced by the same. I didn't know that. Also, the people that animated Nala, why did you do that? What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about Mati. Yeah, I didn't know that Max Goof trivia though. I need to go back and listen to that too, because I didn't know what the fuck that was about. But dude, yes, Chell and like Jessica Rabbit are like, they're like up there. Like, good God. Like, there's hardly very many, if any, other characters kind of on that level, I think. I'm sure they exist, but we don't have time to ponder such things. So this is an interesting conversation and route we landed on. Thank you, Ginger, for steering us in this direction. I will leave you with Maid Marian from the Disney Robin Hood. And that's it. Guys, thank you all for the fun little discussions. Lily, I don't know if you're still here. Thank you for the super chat. As always, the cats will greatly enjoy that. But we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna get some food. Do we just have a live hear me out list? Kinda. Well, not even. Not really. Other one was Raven. Same. Anyway, I gotta go. Your boy's hungry. I'm gonna get some food, and we'll check. Who knows? Maybe next week we'll continue the hear me out list. Anyway, guys, have fun, and those are all too normie for a hear me out list. Anyway, love you guys. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you all in the next one.